Yabuabua Goodyemun Samanu ni Ade Brel. Friday's edition of Otec Royal Sports is live now. Abidja phone ya crado. Eugene is in charge of the streaming into we are live on Facebook into say I'll be me join here. Nice say sika pagina chire pampe. Dominic Usu and Sawa last year hadada. Says Candy is in the house already. Of course, Awa Mohammed the Dimonza and so hadada. The family Kofi Larbi the governor. And amuti kanunka ewe drabri mweso. Usu mwejina mudema Dr. Cash. Inti anyumire nsumi sum edi amakanu. Ni atuwe mwakopim se nondu bebo ni ya sorry so. Inti ya mwajumu wakwaba. We are live now. Yabuabua Goodyemun Semni Nano at the Brel action ewo ho this weekend. Inti ya hunkomo ewo ho. Inti sanity. Joining Cecia. We are live on Facebook. Otec 102.9. Udruwa no like program no boko. We are share. Pia soma nkwana nimu na afi oyonku nsunya bi nhwe. We are na afi wajaw message ade ato ho. Ni nyina no yebeto yebo ase ne yakenkan. Free sabre kopim se no ndu bebo. Yene wotena into nso ne yentena. Yabuabua Goodyemun nsema hodo ni nyina no ade Brel live here. Royal Sports on Otec 102.9, the pride of Ashanti. 18 komo ewo ho and some ne doso, and as always unim se yetenasia ye chejumedi mu mienu na ofe dikan no ye de ahwe enkomo ahodo a ewo nkofo nkroso. Enti of course enesa na ye kono ye wie ne edi ho nkoma na afi ye de ofe tosimienu nso aba abehwe nkoma ahodo a ewufie ni nyina ka bomu a ni agye wadwenche na nondubo ya sorry so enti sanete on WhatsApp ubetimi apushu messages afa odi abreye number na 0505 225578 0505 225578 eno ye WhatsApp line no enti ya na ode o messages awdo afa odi abamedi kan akase Eugene Adaroma ye dem ewo Facebook. Et you go Facebook and what to say search Otec 102.9 Ubunse Royal Sports Friday edition at the Muho. No what to say like ya share now do message not to kama. Ya beto ya boase brace no near King Kenina. Ain't Dominic Usu and Sawalasti ekuta all the foreign stories. Chese or day update audu nina ebreye. Yenim se weekend say no ba among for interest no. Ewo games ahudu nmu pa. Enti yehwe this weekend the English Premier League etwaso I Arsenal ebese gina kunubium say midweek the end the kan chire mu de akire mu say because on the 21st of March Arsenal any city ebebo ye cup final enti na wo say omo pe ba bi di omo mienu nyina fixtures no ehihye ti omunya baby the Wolves any Arsenal de any be share me wie na kwai 2-2 City ebebo against Crystal Palace omo pe space baby the Ashena City abonti they say you know City about 26 games in the English Premier League. Arsenal about 27 already. This weekend City ebo Newcastle, Arsenal and so ebo against Spurs. Omunyina ewo crucial games, but as we speak on the table, 58 points for Arsenal, 53 for Manchester City. Name City ewo one more game to play, and now Arsenal bought one more game. In Manchester City. Tifane say, all the 3 points no Kramer City ebeka ho ebe 56 as against Arsenal 58. But said the Arsenal board draw no City to me a board draw. They can equally lose that game. Enti enye action no edasu ejinem. Of course, in the Spanish La Liga, a simple race between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. Now say Barca behind. Ahead of match day 25, Madrid equate 60 points. Barcelona second with 58 points. Enti Echena Madrid kobo against Osasuna away, and on Sunday Barcelona ebebo at home against Levante. ehun komo beko sen oko the Italian Serie A no nso a emun komo ye butu and they say Inter were racing. In fact, omuna ye leaders. But they see Milan Diomachi. You see Napoli, Roma Tuaso, and then Juventus. But weekend ye were interesting games. Ebebaso, ewo Scudetto num. Yebehwe Inter game away to Lecce. Juve bebo at home against Como, and of course Milan at home on bebo against Parma. Na Napoli face Atlanta. Interesting games. And ebebaso ewo Scudetto num. Details ni na kuta walasti ode breye any moment from now. French Ligue 1 also say RC Lens ma PSG. A very tough competition. Of course, the last game PSG lose to RC Ran by 3-1. But RC Lens away ko share Paris FC. As I say, for the second time this season, RC Lens on top of the French Ligue 1 table. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Ewakono, Dortmund, any Leverkusen, Mohun Komo, and all the stories are out here on the foreign front. Nina Nebusia for Yabuwa no Waha. Well, last year the updates ne eba na yahwem kama. Yewia ifienso nkomo hopa. Yes. Na anya hwekra 3 of our national teams eguso prepare the national under 17 team. Dr. Prosper Nate Ogumekuta no omo prepare they are call Africa under 17 Cup of Nations so next month Morocco and team number 2 games ama amanfo ani age performance no say ne koye details of that eba jumedi so afei Black Queens enso beko Morocco next month eno ye CAF Women's Cup of Nations 2026 Morocco fo ide say yen hye o manka sembeba enti Black Queens enso eguso ache say ye prepare na yakoginem ewo dwumadi na se ye ko ne ye botae ne se ye bewie no anya hwekra no final 4 ne ewom na ye ko FIFA Women's World Cup ewo Brazil next year no Yakubi na coach IFM Kim last Bjorkeren anemi ni 26-man squad or the kobo year preparation tournament bina 6 new faces aba ni nyina ho nkomo ewa ha sanso na Ghana Premier League no weekend here to aso echina oko ni J Kraku the second sports complex Vision Ebo Bichem United where a match day 23 you hear ni sa no Sunday games aka ni nyina beba so Hearts ebebo berekum Chelsea ewo the University of Ghana Stadium Entihas ebe welcome mu former coach Samuel Buadu na Samuel Buadu na nidin ba ese yanhwe ya kotoko betimi afa na dwuma kotoko supporters no dudu na ase debi omompe ora Samuel Buadu se obeba be ye coach na utieti mu omse ni suben bi ne nkomu bia se wodi wamfa bu amakotoko wo kwan bi so ibi mu believe sa ase kotoko supporters ni bi yaye emotional ne ade anyway ni nyina ho nkomo ho basa mo Buadu ebe kwa ko face Hearts folk this weekend kotoko so after that defeat painful one baba yara no omo eko wenchi Young Apostles we dey say nkan sheda nyehu sa but ye be Mr Prince ya owusu and the technical team no ekura team ni mo weekend yo mbe wenchi and all the other games ewo ho ni nyina no yaboabo ho nkomo e de aba atese ye ba be kanu nsem ama ho so akabini asori. So once again we are live on Facebook Otec 102.9. like and share for comment to WhatsApp and our person do messages fa ho banso a 0505 2255 78 sa ena enkomo ni nyina etie. All right, walasti ba enti ye handi over na odia konko phone crew. So updates ni nyina no ba live with Dominic Owusu and Sawalasti. Enjoy.
no kakra yensa kane nyina no ya bomoden na de sansam no nyina eno so atimi de abakama ama bibia nso atimi akoye ma memfanto ne musem wuramo awode yatie ne se Europa me confirm se matches awudo no onim se na ye weekend we matches awudo no nyina eno nso na betimi abaso kama na emum hye nso ese ye kwa amana ne nyina nwuma kro bia dama eno mo nso na boy na afi ye wuram awon krofon kroso atimi akofa nsam no nyina eno nso atimi de aba Dr. Favor Frewe anwumere esem obana so ye wona afi no ono na ba be djuma ne nyina no se wakwa kwate nyam yare na chese wan kasa na eniam nso ntimi nkoye mfamo a eye Favor na Charles K ene na anwumere medi tudwa esem no ne bebo nkoma na afi niam ne nyina no eno nso ntimi akoye kama intention nso ese sawode ne eye candidate na se me kan ode po no eno bi ana won nso ntimi akwa konya Dr. Favor eye watom na afi watene kama ade ma osanso no ena memfanto no se gonorrhea yare no Dr. Favor Sebra obemu aduro na afi watu ne nyina se ama bibia nso atimi akoye syphilis no otene te ade ama ana fe UTI de tie ne san Obane Bema o Johnson oti pains ewo Bema anymore anase oba wase wa eye Favor na Charles K ene na nyimere mede to anymore esem Obama Dr. Favor so no ono nso aboa ma yare ne nyina ase atimi atu kama ne nyina no ene se enemu yare ne eba ne wanhwe na fe wantu ase a ebetimi ase wa wo kwan entiwramo ewo de yete ne se dua se dote Paula Junction wono no eho ena obehu Favor na Charles K aso ye no ama bibia nso atimi akoye kama me ba choba be Dr. Mensa na fe wa fade tie ne san Kenya se abremu ka no o dia wo fro ya catch driver ne no anase mate ne sem obesi wo Paula Junction o crossing road na memfanto ne mo ese taxi fo bi ho dia tie ne sem taxi fo no u busa o mo se o pe police fo ni container no me ba cho on be kire wo kama na fe won so no what me de wanu akire mo ho wo dia wo ko police fo ni container no ho no fa number ya mede to dwan na fred doctor obomu obi aba be hia wona afi no ode owram na waso ye ho kama number no 0245 378 245 0245 378 245 ano Favor na Charles Ken sensam no ana metene nyina eno nso timedi ama no hye nso ese ensentu adwuma na kasa sese no Emoya depa enti wodi ane de obewram no Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies asuye na fe no wonsum obebo adwuma amane amane nyina no adonsum atimi akwe ensentu adwuma na mayete de atie ne sem onya den anyeska amane amane nyina nsum atimi akwe enti wodi asa TV so sa eye radio so sa wodi na blogging na vlogging ni be ena opesa wo ye ana sem wodi na nkasa no ya wan kasa wodi and production works ni nyina na Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no ana wadama mere tudwa ena nyimre sem opa na fiad wa fantetiere mama ne mane nyina no eno so atimi akwe entese okuta wase ana sem SSC certificate no o qualify ubetimi abasanso no ana memfanto no se A level for no onso odi ano o 3 passes a ubetimi abakama mature students a mobro 25 years kuma no amode no more working experience ne nya ye jemo na fe no ene mane nyina eno so atimi akwe what exam tifie twan resource no and your friend awaiting resource no me ba cho obetimi awuram no Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies asuya no feni mane nyina no eno nso atimi akwe enti wodi abrabesi na nsia runabout no so usia ye wo ne sabo nso no o busasam ope Otec fem asuya ho me ba cho ye betre wo no fe no wonso atimi aba oba ura gate ni mu a the tennisam of Fasolo the last defender and in new for pon omo ho bu so mo sam open administration or lecture sani ma nyina timi akwaso kama kwa pick form no na mom opesa utena fe no enquiry sa utu opia no would pesa we ya me atwo number samedi to je o friend penny for now no mo bon kama 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 anasa 0243 842 007 0243 842 007 we no Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na me de omo nsam na nyina eno nsom ultimedia mo ba bibia nso no eno nsom atimia kwene ye kwia no na fe ye wramo na ye de matches awodo ano nsom koso no ultimedia ba me kuma no na me de atodwa esem wram awade ye tenisa legan no ma enimere ya me no kase no game baako ebetodwa ye tenisa start the brasso abobo kono me ba cho ball 745 omo jinamabo ade atia kraba le tim ade Olympic dome asama sankem no eno nsom atimia todwa ma bibia nso no etimi akwe kama we bie kwan no no me ba cho ada chena matches awodo a eno nsom obetodwa awale champagne no no memfanto no salon so bobo kono 4 pm amobo ade atia eyasmo na kwasansom na bo 6 a de tenese tulu bobo kono ane Paris FC nsom ade ba hwem kama hyane so ase at exactly 8:05 no Paris Saint-Germain ane Metz team no ane omo nsom etimi apo entiwe no de tenese memfanto yasam le champagne no omo matches awodo no ane ye dine nyina ane nsom etimi de abano me ba cho se wi ane me game baako ne eno Sassuolo Calcio amobo ade atia Hellas Verona game time no eno nsom 7:45 AP kwamusa no ada chena game sawodo eno nsom todwa ewosiwi anemo me ba cho Juventus bobo kono etena fie awade yetenesa Allianz Stadium me ba cho game time no 2 pm ne todwa amene komo 1907 ana san game no amonsom ade twem sanso na men confirm esem ayala chebobo kono 5 pm amu game no amene International Milano ana de sa game ne nyina eno nsom etimi de ahwema ma bibia nso no etimi akoye kama nemom abo 7:45 o shanin so asa kayare culture team no amo bo ade atia last no fesa game no eno nsom atimi akaso kama ya de nyina no eno nso timi de atodwa we no ASC games awodo no ana ye nwadwuma de ama no ye ngramo wo chiema bontasere kanuma na nyumre game eba so no mayen so amene hambeka elve ana di bom game no 7:40 na nyumre ya ana sama cheno nsom atimi abaso ama bibia nsom atimi akoye kama na die wo no ana sem ogrom chena games anu nsom todwa wade yetene sem aye pantasiri kanemu a wonim se Bayern bobo kono me ba cho ombetene fie awa Allianz Arena na omane club panetene entram from fatonso no ade ahwem kama the same time 2:30 no de yetene se Colombo bobo kono omonsom ababo ade yetia fie mama bibia anu nsom atimi akoye na mama no me ba cho de yetia ne sem Union Berlin so no bo ade yetia Leverkusen amasan game no atodwa 2:30 sanso no ana memfonto yasem Volkswagen Arena no me ba cho Volkswagen bobo kono bo ade yetia Augsburg gamani yamane nyina no anu nsom atimi akoye se no so esem Leipzig bobo kono bo 5:30 a me ba cho omo be face club na tin ade Borussia Dortmund amasan game no anu nsom atimi paso kama yatim somne nyina no anu nsom tibiri atodwa we no aye German Pontasere kano ade yeti won komane ye wramo awala liga no enanyimre uramo awo San Mamel Barrier ne ba cho abano watwe ahya no so esa beba obobo kono omo bo ade atia Chelsea game no anum to drama ne ma ne nyina no etimi akoso kama ne mom no we epie kwaya eda tena mamen confirm esa matches awoto alka no ep na nso obeto dwa aba La Liga no kama ne nyina ene sa Real Sociedad bobo kono bo 1:30 eda tena anasem 1 pm eda tena omo bo ade atia club na tim ade de tenesa Re Oviedo ama san game no nso atimi atodwa kama sha so asa Re Arena ana san game no anonsom etimi abaso na de aye kan sem uramo awa side and tim ade Re Betis amonsom ababody Rayo Vallecano amo san game no anonsom etimi atodwa kama game time no 3:15 na sama match no anonsom etodwa awa Estadio de la Catucha ama bibia so no anonsom etimi akwe entiwe no aya club bani tim ade Betis ne ye bom game no so ama bibia nsom etimi akwe no na me patcho above 5:30 Osasuna ani Real Madrid bobo kono ana di hwem ni nyina na sama Madrid team no ewo UEFA Champions League bo Wednesday entim so mo bo wa Abraham som obetime nya enough rest na fe no omne club panetim ade Benfica ensom ade ahwema mane mane nyina ade som atimi akoya ya de nyina no ade som atimi di atodwa hye no so asa eda tena ebo 8 owram awade yetene san ayo Riyadh Civitas Metropolitano a club panitin ade Atletico Madrid amo bo ade tia Espanyol bobo kono and some betimi abaso come to no a La Liga matches awudo no ana yeti won komane nyina ama bibia some atimi akwa Premier League match bia no ne nemom adachana games abaso no our Villa Park at exactly 3 p.m. no Aston Villa Omni Leeds United and addition the same time our the tennis Brentford almost home grounds one man maybe to Brentford bobo kono bo ade tia Brighton and Albion game no etoja our Giteg Community Stadium Sansono ana me pacho Chelsea bobo kono almost some tenefie our Stamford Bridge and Alfeno almost bo ade tia Burnley club no amani amani nyina some timi akwe kama me pacho West Ham bobo kono tenefie our London Stadium wa bra game time no 5:30 amani club ba le team ade AFC Bournemouth fonsono ade beshim Sansono some na upiemo aba Etihad Campus Stadium the woman is Manchester City bobo kono bo ade Etihad Newcastle United a big game na chesene nyina no anu some ultimate boso ya de won komane nyina anu some ultimate amount entiwe no games awuton na chese ya de nyina so no ultimate atodwa amane nyina anu some ultimate kwe yankwe na mana fe no yanto so ne de nkomo aba ensemfo from away from Manchester awuton no the tennis say fro na de na fe no ya piem na say ya stories na proper amani nyina nsam atimi akwa ne abafro na de na ya piem ewon crofon cross wa ya Diamond Scientific Bar and research clinic no adra ya to the to na keba mecha no ana chese na anwumre omo boy na afa no ya timi akwa amana ne akwa ya adwuma ne nyina amani nyina nsam atimi akwa ne nyina no and said to na keba mecha no ya mixture of the moment abema onum bia ebo amatadua no emu ya du ya den na afa no won som na de ya adwuma sansom and oba memfanto no musa wodi na nkasa no de tenesa oskin no aye wowre etesa kotra na se wo na ononom tonne kinibia mesem nwoba ya fe etesa wo ba achasa wadawie mo no aye mixture of the moment no ana wonunum bia sansom and oba ebema mensese no etimiye sese so ye esanse tonne kino ebema office na timiye fanchi ye na fe kosua no anon som atimiye to kama aye sa na nyina na ebo na fe no wo estrogen no anon som atimi amane nyina nsom atimi akoye kama tonne keba mecha every time on scientific bar and research clinic say no ana me come for the woman is out on son tentem when you accident amount kase no emu bu ya to still unya pains ewo mo wo sisi tire ya okwatin kase okotodwe ana fe una se peja tonne keba mecha no me se bema wo si utrasia obema no wu esa bema de usu tase kofom se ya ohu bema no clear fidi gadochi enti senkoma ne sa de agi wo yefunu na fa wan he ya lecture se enkrofo asetaisi wantimi anyibe mesraw emma gas ne nyu sikani num tonne keba me chane be emwa shapna wo bre apopampalu pa Kofi ko mese Kofi kono bono obo ne nyina tonne keba me chana baby atonton no pia wadama uromu a be ba twa won sansom obetimi akabe na afi waje wo de akama na emom no ompese obetini montin so no afi no wakwakwate kokonu ade a oba Otec 102.9Fm ha na afi won som abuza esem opetonne keba me chane be ewo gate of fasoro ho ono ofo pon omo langade kama entene nyina no aya de tennis tonne no on fair doctors no awa homa we so yare bi daw so de hye bi so a aya 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 and answer 0249 208 252 mamen koma no na fe no men fanto no se ena nwumre story a men senka ade FIFA on no me ba to way exclusive story ena nwumre eba na de tere se yes FIFA unnotified club banitede Benfica as a penalty sawodo a ewo adema club no se omudifo na fe boya leti ade Gianluca Prestiani anso kokodifo a de wo ne se fine sawodo no amade mu omo ne nyane se FIFA ade ade bia ba ye fe ne se zero tolerance for aye de tere se racism no na saniema no ano ana de tere se sa points we no e was number 1 almost say ombetimi deduct Benfica points menem de say bia aye Portugal mo league no mo anasa say sanso ana memfanto no mo as a player ne ten ade Gianluca Prestiani yɛse obetimi afesi 5 to 10 match ban na afeniama no nyina timi akoso ɛno nso ɛdankyɛn a 5 to 10 million euros ɛno ayɛ fine additional penalties ɛnso betimi aka wɔ sanso na Benfica team no yɛbɛtumi a export wɔ ma na sadeɛ no relegation no ɛno nso betimi abɛmo mame mfanto no sa yɛse forfeiture of matches including automatic disqualification from the attendance next round. So Benfica kwampa qualify ahead of Madrid. Yebetimi disqualify omo ade omo free the attendance competition no mo ana frame mfanto animo asa de airborne some idea ye fene say severe competitive penalties awodo no ano some betimi aba enti wey eye niema men confirm esem wuram awa de attendance FIFA omo some ade akwakoto kraba na din ade answer Benfica no ma ye de nyina no ano some betimi de atodwa ano aya kakra ena nyimre airborne no ana ye de won komane nyina ano some betimi akwa me free FIFA no memra mewram na we UEFA na yento so mon koma kwabna wadama ma me bonsa supporters na ma so aye fire flash no na yemfani nkoma owramo awade tennis Barcelona bobo ko no mu a me ba twa enche bia ana bonsa tim no ana Savia Prague boye ewo UEFA Champions League no mo e ma club no supporters no asoso ade a ye fa ne sem aye fire flash awodo e ma bibia nsom atimi koye na me pacha no ana de atene say UEFA ena nwumre no omo de aba beto dwa say no saniema no he eye titile atwam enti no omo ye free football mo na ade a ye fa ne say fine eba mame mfanto no say yase bonsa bobo kono ebetimi anya de atene say 15,500 euros aya fine ade free UEFA ho eno aya de atene say aya fire flash omo toy omo soso ye no na number 2 no aye 15,000 euros ano so aye de tell say delays ano so pa ye ma bounce abobo kono amo ba be rapid chance so na chesa amo so bomade ama chesa o matimi delay ama owura ni din ade Hans Flick yasem no so no aye pep talks awodo enti wey aye kakra na nwumre no ano so todwa awa UEFA amo disciplinary committee no amo so aso aye din nyina ano so timi dia bama bebi anso no ano so timi akoye like ye na shaye esanse nyimere ya no wan ye bro dwuma no me ba cho Manchester City aso ye ana me to so na fe medi nkoma no de tiene se manager ne tin ade Josep Guardiola Aisala bro dwuma de ama City bobo kono entepia ana sign e Ghana ni abrante ana didi Antoine Semenyo ade Semenyo baye na amanfo kasa boy baye de Guardiola utim ya ye ana na Guardiola say yenkam wo pia so ntemente se enye go so no nko a boy no oba ni mu wa position bia wo no otimi bo wase boy no ne versatility ayade ba ko wo no obetimi aka esa ewosoro pa na unya player otimi bo many positions nipa no eye timi boa entim otimi aka chiropia esem ayesem enyo bae no wa boa ma chesane ma nyina no ano nsom atimi akoya ye de nyina etimi dia toja no no obobon ma fobobo ko na baso esansem omo ankasa no ensom aye adwuma ama cheso ma tete players awodo osem o check ya boy no de tenisem aye bon ma fonso no omo redem no ewo owura ne tiri Antoine Semenyo ne ti enimo anu na ebo ma ne nyina no anu nsom atimi akoya wase boy ne bae no ne impact ne nsom atimi anya ewo City bobo kono so we according to City manager ne tin ade controller ne tin samane nyina no anu nsom atimi de abano me rum ewo de tene se owura de de tin santra so ye na me patro centrale de emensa kana na nyimene no anu se Borussia Dortmund bobo kono aye ready asa sancho no ne sama ambesa resign boy no amana ba be di juma esanse boy no koye no kwasam nie sense ofri Dortmund no ama wo se ohun ne nwa no biem na amo de omo odidie no ase owura ne tin ari Jadon Sancho sa osan ba ebeboa amane ma nyina nsom atimi akoye na afe no de etene sa Dortmund the club na nkasa omo nsom afom ntampa atimi de fra na afe player no ono nsom atimi anya akonya na chese games awodo ne nyina ono nsom abone kama ano aya kakra na anyimre etodwa ane etene nyina nsom atimi de abano beba Chelsea bobo kono utia na chese Wallace no o de waso ta speaker no na afe Saudo no ano nsom atimi akomi ye de wo no anasa enanyemre dia menseka anasa Usman Dembele yɛsɛ ne reps no ɛne Chelsea fo di nkɔmɔ ɛsɛ hwɛ ɔmo client no uram ɛwɔ PSG a n'ani nye enti ɔmo ka kyerɛ club a na tiri Chelsea sɛ nkɔmɔ mɔmɔden no afei ne player na tin di deɛ tie ne sɛn ɛyɛ Osman Dembele no enka ɔmo nsan no ɛma nneɛma no nyina ɛno nso ntimi nkɔe entie no ayɛ report kakra na nyimere etodwa ɛne yɛde saa nkɔmɔ no nyina no ɛno nso ɛtimi de ama wɔma bibia nso no ɛtimi akɔe kama ɛno ayɛ deɛ tie ne sɛm owura ne tin ɛde Osman Dembele ne yɛdi ne ho nkɔmɔ ama bibia nso ɛtimi akɔe ne menkɔmɔ ne mo no afei no memfa nto ne mo sa yɛsɛ boy no sɛ Chelsea bɔbɔ kɔ no ɛkɔ ne mo sɛm ɔmo pɛna deɛ mensa ka ne sɛm owura mo awɔ deɛ tie ne sɛ PSG bɔbɔ no mu a anya piano ebe 60 million euros so be ana kyesa mo nso ebetimi atua ama ne nyina ɛno nso atimi akoya yɛde sansam ne nyina no ɛno nso atimi de aba na Liverpool tim no ɛnso ahwɛ no mo sɛ anya pia ɔmo midfield maestro and did Dominic Szoboszlai amadi aba to dwa wa ha asa boy way Madrid tim no ɔmo ne dinachi yɛsɛ Liverpool say ɔmo betena ho na Madrid ayasa kokwasa de omo ye ya omo de be fa Trent Alexander-Arnold de ne koye e ma chesese boy ne koye no mo Madrid de fo asan kina ho ai ana Trent ne krampo no boy ne niam ankoye no omo nye Emma Dominic Szoboszlai ono nso ntimi nko internal nyimere de amensenka ene sem aye Liverpool bobo kono yesi omo goso ne owro ne de ade Dominic Szoboszlai din komo esem obetimi abomoden no fe no watetre ne contract no mo ade ama club ne tim ade Liverpool ama ne ma ne nyina eno nso atimi akoye ye de nyina no etimi de atodwa ne nyina no ane sa yesi Liverpool club no ehu boy ne se dache bia obetimi akyekyere amband no na ni pose ya obetimi abo amband na miem no jara mana kwa na nwumre ya na se enemanim ya ade no ne se entimi moa enti de mensen ka no ane se adwuma ne nyina no omo nsom apeso omo ye ama bibia nso no ane nsom atimi ekoya ye de ne nyina no ane nsom atimi de atodwa onum se enkra mensen ka ne se contract no Liverpool de mana abeko until 2031 na ya se omo miembe 5 edi akan no aye Liverpool wo kono me ba cho ena nyimre dia omo nsom aye no ane adiri nyina nsom atimi dia bare ntane ye da se pa ena nyimre pomote na fe no onsom atimi amoneta sanso no ana de yete sam mo bone nyina no ye no ase wa bra mo join e wo Facebook no so YouTube no so ana ba bia live no nsom atam ne nyina no mo so mo bo adwuma no kama menwura mo awo Arsenal bobo kono mo na menin komo ne nyina no se Arsenal tim no me ba cho ye se amo technical director Neti ade de atene se James Ellis papa no wabuban waje adwuma ne de ato ojugu babai ena me patcho wura no ono nso atimi aye ma me mfanto anemo asan owura ne tiri James Ellis no me mfanto anemo sem aye last season no ba na we ya but season no no ana empanifo nso promote no ama ne baba ye technical director ama ne ma ne nyina nso atimi koye after sem owura ne tin ade Andre Burton nso ba no lecture se owura ne tin ade James Ellis no baba bo adwuma na ma ne ma ne nyina ano nso atimi akoye na mama no asa adwuma no aye tin de ama papa no entim waje adwuma no de ato a yes with immediate effect ano aye ensam kakra ena nyimre men seka no ana yete sa latest ne nyina ano nso atimi de ama ma bibia nso no atimi akoye kama men koma no mfanto dwa asa latest report men seka ade free Madrid bobo kono no ana sa yese owura ne tin are de atia ne sa tin yoisen de atia se ena nyimre de mensen ka no ane se Madrid game omo ba bebo de atia Osasuna no Dini Hoysen entimi mobi yes oye doubt for gamer Madrid ever sign for our Champions League no mo ade atia Benfica next week no enti Madrid the doctors no ejina unia so miamia ne nkire wam se be ya niam no anu nsom obetimi akoya ya de nyina anu nsom otimi de atodwa be ba cha Rafinha ewo Barca so ye anu de atodwa sare ono Vinicius Junior boy no otene frustrations awodo ene na bufuo ni nyina ase esa say ye bobo na kwabrani gina ho na odi watam to ade a ye fe ne se kwadu de bowa eno kure ne ya na san de na nkasa no eno nso enso ne entone de obetimi aka esa aniema bi ho no ma ense di pankasa ye timi ho wose di pane betimi ka esa Vinicius no ana ya push you to limit na fe no wonso wo baba be react wase nya no kure Vinicius de bia wunia wo sere na chesane ma timi akoye sanso no ana de bia wo di agro wu se eniema nsom akoye de ma no entimu a mo kan asa boy no ono nsom na pushing crofo mo ya sade ne nyina anya no kwasam da wo se racism no ayade a serious entim yentiase na wa bra game no ano nsom akona ne mo ne nyina no yentimi nya nwatuma ama bibia nso no entimi enkoye kama ana nyumere de yamensenka ana se Barcelona assign boy bi ya wonu 2009 ne di ade Aje Tavares boy no eba be wuramo aba be yadwuma ade ama pansa bobo kono ama bibia nsom atimi akoye de yamensenka ane sa boy ne ba no ono nsom abaye ne medical se ne monte na afi no wadwane pansa amo nsom ayeftim no ama ne ma ne nyina nsom atimi akoye ya de nyina etimi de atodwa Pedri ani Gavi training sanso na player le didi Marcus Rashford nso no enkram nsa kan nsa boy no ono nsom atimi join the side no a chese training ni nyina no ono nsom atimi akoye we confirm asa boss player aka injury list no so no Andreas Christensen into boy no omo nsom abaya se bibia betimi akoye na afi no de tennis boss abobo kono omo nsom adwuma mane ma nyina ono nsom atimi akoye kama meeting komo abo boss abobo kono no mebacho omo former striker and did it Thierry Henry Danielsa mebacho free France no ose yam fantodwa na pass ampanim fo nte asa Barcelona bobo kono ehia real number 9 ose top level striker a chese oni de obetimi aka asa oya formidable e goal scoring mo atese Victor Osimhen Allen Protalad anasa Harry Kane level ni be ose proven finisher a chese nyese bia bano wajebo no ade ne ya FIFA so obehu atim na number bi ebe ye saade no wase saade ne de eni kwase sponsor tim no ensom atim so ade ba ko no ene se sponsor bobo ko no ento sa top level striker ni be emfa ne mrama club no ene mansom atim nkwe eno according to papa ne tin ade Thierry Henry Daniels ne de nkomo ne nyina ene ensom atim de ba na sponsor bobo ko no yeso mubu afu pa ne nyina ane sa nansem no amon kwada nketenkete ne be afi club no mu a o chake sika omunya ya fia atesa ade bansam no number 1 aya magiwo ko Chelsea team no no yase bansa bobo ko ne se under normal circumstance no ase boy we enkwom to no adine Jessica Puduo okay omate na de atwa mu nsono mu kura aya Dro Fernandes ono so wura mu opie no enti yase pansa bobo kono ase no omo ba be make sure ase omo youth team no omo ba be mo contractor anu ohye mo ba be fa kwara bi de na free wa ase mutua sikapuduo amane mane nyina anu nsom ultimi koya ya de nyina no anu nsom ultimi de aba na madu de bobo kono no ana owura ne din ade avalo abalowa ensom ase yanka amu opia so ntimente asa no kwasem ne ono se obetimi sacrifice bibia ama Jude Bellingham watimi recover nenko ochena waba no waba be gina mabo ade ama Madrid against Osasuna enko no abalo wano ene enko be yi sankonya no ama boy na ba esanse ono wotimi ho ase Madrid bobo kono omo afi boya letting ade Jude Bellingham ni nyina no ase boy no e leadership qualities anafi oba ono nso aye best e the position ho e asasi so ento no coach ne de onyaya ne nka player letting ade Jude Bellingham no enko no nso atimi abana adwuma ne nyina no eno nso atimi akoya ya de sansam no eno nso timi de atodwa kwabra me sewa ma me owura ne ade Adam Letao Gabriel ne picture no na yeni nkomo good news ebe na anyumre for Madrid Simos ni nyina ane se owura ne tin ade Adam Letao Gabriel oye pillar ewo Madrid e kire won no dia mensa kan sa boy no wastate weke ewo picture no so enti mu amwo YouTube no so ane dia tell so Facebook no so no ana chesamo so motimi awe kama no owura ne ti ade Adam Letao Gabriel ejina picture no so asese no American tutu nkakra no wa free gym ho asese no watia se picture so enkakra ente bia wade ne nan so no ebetimi aka ball na afani ama ne nyina eno nso atimi akoya ya de ne nyina no eno nso atimi dia todwa na me patro CPF no ano I the Brazilian Football Confederation no almost some American me ba cho yesi almost no a test idea your friend is a semi-automatic offside system. Now, we know, Quadrasa, you know, you know, aha, Mame Bako, Nansaya, Fluminense, and a Botafogo, a boy, and no, and a CBF, no, as a technology way, I'm about try. I'm say, hey, wait there, and yourself, Fena, Obi Baba, I, and a ref. Line 1 no crampono wa nyini nani ye na line 2 no crampono na chesa o check here ono so no wa nyina ye players ne koja no omo se we aye system a enwo bia na control enti wote wa aye automatic eno a to hye no etesa de langas le na nwumre no mo gina sase no so atohye fa no ba bia wo bia no onso mo langade e de amaye no omo se system we no aba betena se enti omo ba make sure as a stadium sawodo a ewo Brazil no on betimi spread the akọ na chasa de atenisem semi automatic aye offside we no omo som atimi de aye adwuma mane mane nyina anon som atimi akoye kama we no aye according to the Brazilian Football Confederation no adomo som ade ababa to dwa ama bibia som atimi akoso ye de nyina atimi de aba na we CBF no omni genius sports and a cabo mo etimi buy entini nyina no etimi aba we machines na and a kyerehwe player ne boot no and wo mama ke say aha enchemu kakrie bi try and o check here player we na ha and play ne onside enti CBF no ade adea ye fe ne say semi automatic offside system no anon som atimi dia buy e de nyina no anon som atimi dia todwa na me pacho buy Munchen head coach ne di ade Vincent Company the headmaster akasa na anwumre o se hwe yenkam wo bia so ntimi tesa on sa Champions League game ekoso Emma Madrid ani Benfica di hwe mu ye wie ye ensem bebre eba no ono se enipa ba ko wi ase a wadi ne ho ya pa Jose Mourinho o se papa baby na tifian droi eni kwan sa ade a ye friend say racism wo Jose Mourinho no enka so na mom no owura na ginam chinchina atwan tintintiniti ade owura no ono so etimi aye ento no de o ka tropia esasa de ne kwan se so o se manfo aka asa Eusebio ye ka Benfica fo ne se aye amo best player Eusebio no ono na oye black o se sometimes 60s no onim how wana players awodo asafa adea ye fani say racism entimu bia entina ba bi nka sasam no ana owura ne tede Jose Mourinho say all question Vinicius Junior asa wo ana wo ye takra o gem ekoye ye e ma sade ne nyina bae no o se papa ne papa panyini eni kwasa no ye sade no Vincent Company yanum nsem ne ye ntie na afa ye nto aso.
After the game you have the leader of an organization Jose Mourinho. After the game, you have the character of Vinicius Junior by bringing in the type of celebration to discredit what Vinicius is doing in this moment. By bringing in the type of celebration in terms of leadership, it's what Vinicius is doing in this moment, and it's something that we should not accept. For me, in terms of leadership, I'm very clear on that. On top of it, and he mentions the name of Eusebio to say that Benfica cannot be racist because the best player in the history of Benfica is Eusebio. To say that Benfica cannot be racist because the best player in the history of was he there to travel with Eusebio every away game? Black players had to go when he went to every place in Europe. Was he there to travel my dad is a black person from the 1960s also place his way. Probably at the time because my dad is a black person from the 1960s and to say nothing and to be above it and to be 10 times better. The head is to get a little bit of credit and people say nothing and to be above it and to be 10 times better life. To get a little bit of credit and people say actually.
All right, anyway, Bayern Munchen, I'm Gaffa, and it did Vincent Company no, and I did some way, you know, and on some Timothy Apa, I'm a Bibian some Timmy Aquare, and Tinina no, I Kakracha, and you may enter, and yet they won't come on in, you know, and on some Timothy Amo, come on, Amani Manina, and on some Timmy Aquare, and join Facebook, no, Otec,
and it's something that
102.9Fm, Otec 102.9Fm, YouTube, no, Otec Sports, oh, Panafino, what like it, we are share. Na yam kwe nem amani nyina no eno so ntimi kwe kama o ya ne sa na comments awodo no me ba cho o de to ye betimi aredi e wo so no so am opi a enso atimi wo sa na nwumre no ye ne wa ne ye bu adwuma na eno danchen ya hye no so esa website no the www.otecfmghana.com uram wo ho ɛno nso ɛbɛtumi akɔyɛ na afei no wabɔmmɔden nso atumi atie show no bi ɛwɔ hɔ wotie no comments ahodoɔ no wɔ hɔ ɛbɛma bibia nso atumi akɔyɛ mebatwɔ wonim sɛ nansan bonsa players no aba bɛcomplaini ɛsɛ owura ne den ade Hans Dieter Flick ne highline na papa ne bɔ no ɛsɛ wɔsesɛm kakra na wodie da bia saa tama Pedri mu wɔ hɔ ɛne Gavi mu no ɛne yɛbɔ highline sɛ wɔn ni hɔ wokɔyɛ ne saa na adeɛ no abua kam na ateɛ kam no afei no ɛnneɛma ɛyɛ bi si basaa yɛse manager no ɛnɛ ɔne boys no kyiae after sɛ ɔmo yɛ training no ama akyɛ sɛ boys no ɛne ne didi nkɔmmɔ ma nneɛma no nyina no ɛno nso atumi kɔ akyiri coach no agye atom sɛ saa deɛ no mmom deɛ ne kwasɛm ɛnyɛ no na ɛyɛ problem no na mmom wɔte boys no ase ɔmo nkasa no bɛtena ase no afei no ɔmo nso atumi apɔmɔde ayɛ adwuma no ama biribia nso atumi akɔyɛ kama ɛno ayɛ kakra ɛba yɛse coach ne ka sɛ highline no ɛnyɛ no ne problem no na mmom no problem no ɛne sɛ yɛbɔ highline na kyɛ sɛ intensity no ɛni hɔ mo nsan organize ɛmprɛse saa deɛ no ɛno ne mmoa ɛno ayɛ kakra na anwummere no ɛno nso atumi aba yɛde wo nkɔmmɔ no nyinaa ɛno nso tumi de ama wo ama bibia nso no atumi akɔyɛ kama Nico Williams deɛ me nsa ka ne sɛ boy no consider sɛ ɔbɛfi Atletico Madrid ne sama wonim sɛ Barca yɛsɛ wɔnyaayɛ nkɔkɔ hɔ na mmom no Barca bɔbɔ kɔ no no ɛbɛyɛ den paa ɛsɛ Nico Williams no 100 million euros ɔmbɛtua no afei no ɔmatumi de afa player no ama bibia nso atumi akɔyɛ kama ɛkwan no ɛwɔ sɛdeɛ yɛ a waboboa no ɛna wie yɛmfa nsi na afei Kofi Larbi the Govenor ɔne abagyafoɔ mmra mɛtoa so ma bibia nso ntimi nkɔyɛ ɛnɛ yɛ Friday Master Jobo ɛyɛ generator expert yɛnkyia no saa nso na Master Dan bra Kofi ɛna afei director Amoaben Amoab gas oven and stove ne mpanimfoɔ a ɔmo te chairman Kwaku Sun and Stone ɛmena wɔ hɔ ɛna afei mpanimfoɔ a kan Clifford Chebafoɔ Nana Yaw Aboaten ɛwɔ Maryland ɛna afei Ashes ɛne Claudia mu nyinaa amananefoɔ no yɛnkyɛ ɔmo no afei yɛne obi ase sɛ ɔmo ne ta Royal Sports ɛne Friday Kofi ɛda ase sɛ ɔmo ayɛ mmerɛ bi
so at 8:16 yada last year so de ensema hodu ni nyina no abre on the foreign front says kandi atena sidada ye ba behwe nkomo no na ye dini said ye senefata, but I see some of your messages ewa hadada enti yenye 102 bi ni emra. We say watching the show live tomorrow, Burnley will beat Chelsea and Newcastle will silence Manchester City. Anani Kunso Kojukrum. Okay, what's more fire? Thank you. We say good evening. Watching the program live from Bookroom. Phobia Masters. Makati Phobia no. All right. More news about Chelsea at the Richmond and Ediaba. Na news media walasti a dropping in na, but me assure say the biggest of all I free Chelsea aba say Chelsea enya shirt sponsor ifs.ai. You say omoye a kukudam ewo industrial AI software mu oh the level na yekono enya hakra. Okay, Crespo from Fufum say Otec Sports, the nation's finest. I am really enjoying the show loud and clear at Adishia Information Center, Fufum. Keep it up. Yeah, that's it. Good evening. Watching the show live inside Thanos. More updates about Manchester United. You guys are doing a great job. Otec Sports, no size. Nyamicha Steven and the way free Thanos. That's it. And I see more fire. Usu essay, great show. Thank you. Malik Basintali Jr. watching you live from Kunuma Francho. Okay, Malik, yeah, that's it. Malik Basintali Jr. Okay, so baby, relax. Ama wetimi adwudwu ho ye. Na weekend I come holidays na kuya. Aha say de ye kamfo Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center and a dear amount. Location no a simple and short. Omo eben St. Tibet Seminary. Omo Opokuari SHS Echihon mwa. Ehona Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center ewo. Na omo jumedi mu da ho kama. Omo wa gym wo ho. Ambit media rejuvenate your body in the system ni kama. Spa services wo ho. Omo rooms say very comfortable, luxurious rooms to be timi abeje. Wadwo ho kama. Edu baby a wose utimi kope atmosphere bia. Ho ye din kama. Now relax. Fa dwen hwe the way forward. To da na system ni mo she. Pressure na no ye din sa. Relax kakra. Na reflect. No hwe the way forward. So Entini nyinano ewo Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center. Afei restaurant ewo ho nti de ubedi enye problem. Buffet option ewo ho. Tupe buffet a enye problem kra. Omsanso conference ewo ho. Ubetimi akoje de aye meetings ahodo ne seminars ahodo. Afei wo ye wedding wo ye birthday party anase reception bia. Ni nyinano omo spacious compound ubetimi abeje ho. Na odi aye ne kama. Ninginano Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center. Medicare kasomu kumase ha. St. Hubert Seminary in Chenhua behind Opokuari SHS. Afre for reservations and inquiries audu ninginano. Numbers near 0596 912684 and a 0322 495180. Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center. Sister Foods for ewa enti spices are purely natural. Yemfa bibiam fremu na ye die pepepe chese ye de ye aduane a yare bia ni akiri no. Sister Food for omokofa sister macro buy na omode sister spices na ba in different flavors. Upe goat flavor obinya. Chicken flavor or fish flavor or stew flavor or and beef flavor and fish flavor nina ubenyabi mo amupe bi no kumase abekọ dum pampa so enyana afi oko pizza ta obenyami Roman Hill bi ho Swami Market na Bantama Market ni nyina eye places e wo Kumasi ha o Sister Spices ni bia obenya bi afei uwon kan a eye anu akosi MB ana okanshi mo amo Sister Spices no dodo no Sister Food for number eye 0279 140940 and a 0243 535025 eye Sister Spices. Okay. Now what about pa husimedu no back 821 Ogusuti Royal Sports Friday's edition. Ahayo Otec 102.9 the pride of Ashanti. Says Candy Adia kunya da. Enti ebebo nkomo. Say akwaba.
Kofi mejoso.
Ahadi enyame adom ni ahwe no mani bi na wo de ne tise.
Fantastic. Because me and my man is obusa me kuru ya me busa wo. And there's a phrase near missing from the show.
Absolutely.
Especially when you are present. Nyame adom ne man bibre ye pa.
E de nyame ase.
Nyame gusu chrai.
Good.
And nyame bi o ha nipa adwum ne project but wo he science a sha ase ba na chese. Nyame ne yedi ni yi no bakoso ne yedi ni yi nzo.
Sure.
Eti ye pa.
And say me who story be I didn't want to believe it. It was last week Sunday ya na boy a super clash no.
Yeah.
Na me chance on a story be I don't know whether it is actually true. Almost say Kotoko Oba Stadium no. The rider na no the team nanim no. There were reports making Ghana say we're free Moses say I'm saying no. I don't want to believe this. Yes. Ne circulate your platforms ni bia ne ade. But who's a
rider is in Muteki.
And I'm saying no.
Oh.
No, this can be the case. I don't want to believe this.
Would see a bit more.
Inti. But me share any other reports be a confirmed.
The next 10 minutes.
On verify me radio. So, but anyway, some of the things out here, I know who say with life, you can only say thank you to God.
Fantastic. I could not read it. As will be any business if you cramo. Yeah, could not the microphone. It seems a host. No, on the Kofi now could you they said, yeah, life is enough to say.
Oh, so many guys say no money be. Oh,
they thought out here. Life no guano. Told the candidate or said near maybe home.
Oh, some kind me say you can only say thank you to God. But actually say no money be because no money be kahun in my life near complete.
Will be any business. What?
Mami madimuza kwabai. Kremo ya share bi mai.
Kofi Larbi.
Ai.
Ame adom bibia boko.
Ya de nyame ase. Aha. Ananu bi na making kind Bible na or kasa about white garment. He say we be put you on white garment.
Okay.
Atadi fufu. Wo dey say fufu ana?
Fufu na dey.
White.
Yeah, white.
Okay.
Fufu.
Okay. And I mean you answer.
Any fufu.
Would be white? White clear.
Now say any fufu. Any fufu.
Fufu. There be fufu.
Me sana come to what
Is it the nyame ase kremo?
Yes.
Aye.
Concerning the dispatch
rider na yeah.
So true.
It's true,
yeah, because Ashanti regional minister kra a confirm on ne handle.
Wow.
And I was a bear ku yenua bear ku so.
Yeah,
of course we're closer to Kotoko team no. Yes, on so social media or confirm we nyo no nko journalists be brain ni pa be confirm.
Wow. Imagine.
And on my post to ne video be I think recently ne video be pop up on social media na kubensu na ode your friends say line
video or the anka twede
out timoto so me awiane me hu picture na me hu story na na maka say
Kofi won say video no
the odi
won say na say trend na ba Ghana say unya kubi
na odi akeka di
gumu a
ma ho yedi
ma o mem asem no ekosoro enti e be dane trend o Ghana
pa trendy within
ba me kaisa manfo bi nso cassette ai sa de ni say nsunsu amso bi nso wo ho
o sa me so me hu medical doctor bi no nso etu mu nchene say even beyond the yedwene no want na eboa melt kidney stones pa he had been taking it even before T or suggest say the men should continue to enjoy it, not only with the mindset say you want to enhance your sexual performance
but to perfect your kidneys no.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Sir, can you share na ye hwa ma no ni nsem no mumra?
Medasi Kofi, ma mencha obi a wotie show ni bia na wosan hwe na ye mo makwaba. De di nkan papa ye friend Mikel Arteta na edin komo bi na nkomo na wadi ne fa weekend games a ebekoso no. Na o ka se Arsenal de baabi a mo pepa ne baabi a sesi o ma ba begina no. Na me kind statement ni wie na mesre kakra. Se Mikel Arteta o pepa se sabre nko atim 14 points anka wo mpe. O se they are to where they wanted to be.
Omo track record bi a kire so mtimi yesa na.
You see, eno na ma statement na mesre kakra. Say Mikel Arteta sabre uko 10 point gaba ke asumdue o. But you see, he's trying to make you feel like Arsenal they need pressure to win the league. When na pressure and any hono, Arsenal 8 point gap. It do be 8 point gap on Monday bano. Oh, any Arsenal befa league in simple. Sad no maybe cause some complacency in the Arsenal setup. Ma menche minua anani o kunzuko jukrum. So the message be by say Newcastle best Man City boy show mo
be silence you na Burnley so abetiti Chelsea
do nya open no but the reality na nkasa nso wo ho. The reality is that Arsenal ma adwuma na abe diam but I like the mindset of the manager. So baby o mo abedu no Arsenal is beginning to realize nothing short of games na aka no and a bit massive o mo season no. Se baby ejina no, Man City doesn't need a favor from any team from the next games na aka ni nyina. Or share the next games aka ni nyina obaji league no,
which include Arsenal,
only Arsenal game. The other side of the coin nso ne say Arsenal so share the games aka ni nyina obaji league no. And Arsenal quite or the luxury to draw a game and still win the league. Because Arsenal draw a game on this City one. Obakoso leading 2 points. That is if Obia winning the game, that's a game not draw. In the event that Man City ebeshe Arsenal no, City will have to win all his games and stand with me. We need the title, not the free Arsenal. So the manager is trying to water down the pressure which is coming, but he's turning the same pressure now. A bit more crumble Arsenal into a motivating tool for the players, and they say. Now you know you cannot sleep. First, and maybe you sleep over to because still a bit magic league, no. It came to Arsenal it came to a point and Arsenal could afford to lose 2 games and still win the league. And the baby ejina Arsenal lose just a single game league ni woman sambiem. It will now be down to say City mum winning the nyina. And you City a 14 week winning streak in Premier League nimda. So for 14 weeks, or shany games in Nina. So Arsenal is in trouble. And a manager and a person or turn into a motivation for the players just to mobilize the boys to come and rally behind the cause in the Premier League after 2004. The Arsenal Nigeria and also yet the only record the whole Premier League will be to break for now. In terms of winning league, without losing a game. Pep Guardiola of all coaches, I try Anye. Papa Efreno, Jurgen Klopp, I try be COVID era 2019-2020. And dear Smala Sha, sir, any what for the year no. Many shots on Bekai. It happens to be the first game of Mulusu here. Our season when we felt say Liverpool beat Marco unbeaten because that was the timer. No mutim the picky pa 2018-19 moje the Champions League no and 19-20 na ombeje the Premier League at the can. But Arsenal still have the record say omopen a full Premier League season one single loss kurano omuanya and one bedroom baby, they need everything at their disposal. They need every player to be scoring. And say in the game midweek year game on against Wolves, Bukayo Saka or Shego Diamomo. Now Bukayo Saka almost 14 games. Arsenal, I want to mention go and farm in the Premier League. But at least I'll go no buy, and I'm sure say so will be season. No, our best players no. Mom started some more back alive Now the problem at Arsenal Benyano. Manager rotation was start here or you on a squad. So results you continue to give some rotational policies within your squad because a lot of players at your disposal. Say injuries and shadanya a bigger problem for Arsenal because Gabriel Jesus is back, Bukayo Saka back, anymore is more non Maduoki, Martinelli Honum, you Honum, Jokeres Trossard Obia Eze available. It almost front on the Obia at the back line, yes, with just about one injury, but Arsenal should be able to manage it and go through the season and not come back to become the near team or the bottlers of the Premier League once again. When you know the game about Sunday, because City can catch up by tomorrow. City will come club for Newcastle. Now, this season, at least 5 times. The camp one league game. EFL semi-final, about 2 games. A date in the FA Cup 5th round. St. James. And a league match tomorrow. At least 5. Say BBC Champions League because Champions League tie. Newcastle first round now. First leg no 6 against Karabakh. It is likely they will go through and get part of the round of 16. So many City go run on a quarter final be no more. It will mean that on 6 times this season. But already 5 there settled. I move 3 gone already. 3 games in Newcastle tonight share 2-1 against City in the league. In the EFL Cup semi-final, 3-1 back, 2-0 back, the total of 5-1. So in the last 3 games, league, and a Man City lose the game to Newcastle. But Kofi, you see, Adena Ekoso league for Newcastle, a bit sad kakra. I want to say, teams are more rising Premier League. We Leicester did free honoma, which Leicester did Nesika. Claudio Ranieri, Juma Okoye, with some small push of finance, they will move through the level like who every league in 2016 if you are. Any team beyond a financial muzzle. No let me a top 4 no oba will stay obey you be free. Chelsea did it. Mami free 2004 Chelsea did it. And almost mistake almost have contenders of the league for every season. Because Chelsea won it consecutively. 2005, 2006. So 2 seasons in Chelsea edgy league, And after that, Chelsea season BM1. Chelsea is a contender for the league, and Chelsea started pushing for even European Championship, Champions League. And Champions League, ebeba, but in 2012, ebedruye. 2013, almost had the Europa League class also. 2019, Europa League BM. 2021, Champions League BM. It Chelsea came to stay, and then no kana in quote, ama Chelsea are so arrogant, say they feel say. Even when a manager a place outside the Champions League now a disaster, Chelsea abakozemu. Sometimes it is very good to become arrogant, especially when for a good cause. In the Chelsea it is there be. Yen to me go season money say manager no and share top 4 no to me for yemurem. Ni apam no ye yin afiri ho. Tottenham Hotspur under Mauricio Pochettino. Omo de buy from 2014-16 eba no. Constantly, Tottenham Hotspur became a Champions League team. And that was the time either somebody Manchester United a film and I say somebody Liverpool a film. They constantly became a Champions League force to the extent that no mutimiko a group with Madrid and Dortmund in the same group qualify. And at 2019, Liverpool in the final, Liverpool kwashomo. Fast forward, when it became evident as he say Champions League qualify by omode no Mauricio Pochettino no be sa de no mo ja no kwan say onko. Tottenham also became arrogant with and are obsessed with qualifying for the Champions League, to muja no kwan. Newcastle the next team because Liverpool there Omagigi League no abobo the Champions League na nti osako no oba nechi a enya hwe. In between time City also from 2012 neighbor no ade omabe league no be making sure some stay to the extent that for the first time in the league in history which is the Premier League yenya manager o winning on 4 consecutive seasons which is Pep Guardiola. We're winning this season. Next season no wasaje. The full season no waje no wasaje biem. Enye Liverpool ene timi tigina as mema ombeje ba kushim ene City sa beje a kempa say 6 in a row nkombeje. Something the great Alex Ferguson could not do. Oko hat-trick not twice. But when to me ni nyina no Chelsea any Arsenal cause Man U won it 2007 8 9 in a Chelsea budget 10 and the United SRB Alex Ferguson tries obenya hat-trick quadruple no wenya onya hat-trick 1 2 3 1 2 3 minu and Chelsea breaks our dominance no Premier League. So Newcastle as a new force coming into the Champions League 2 seasons ago, qualifying for the Champions League, SN stay up. But this time in the Premier League, Kofi Ope teams almost struggle with Premier League numpa no more say Dino any former Newcastle can be. Last season, you will more fast to be Remwa Omunya Champions League sport. And omobo the Champions League. Mene woka say over the Premier League now, Newcastle is on 10th. And almost 36 points behind Bournemouth, Everton, Brentford. Teams will must struggle with the results in recent times. They will league in them. Almost behind them. And the money you could say Otto Asokwa, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U, Villa, Man City, and Arsenal. And the enya dia omu bet me winning league na ya baako. Omu chase for Champions League may have to come through other competitions. And in the Champions League, it looks like UEFA coefficient now. Say England for now settle for 5 now. Ombenya 5 teams to play in the Champions League next season. For all 6 teams qualifying to the next phase of the league, barring any other unforeseen results, a bit Murphy Karabakh gamer, Omni Newcastle, 6 teams in now qualify. Sani a bit Makano. After away game, I walk 6-1, everybody in Zoba qualify. So for Newcastle, a second match where a bigger game against Manchester City. Because City Bermuno, anytime I share the traditional boys, a big game. Chelsea Bermuno, anytime I know share traditional boys, a big game. Tottenham ebe but Newcastle ye husu ye papa. Unim say in the last 21 games, Premier League games, our money club friend Tottenham, Manchester City abo, City home no omun shebi. Omun Newcastle in shebi. And in the last 6 in a row, City are shining na. At Etihad Sports Stadium, entire match emfa momo. Enya match emfa Man City. Okay, so last 6 in a row near Etihad Stadium. Etihad Stadium. Okay. Last 6 in a row. Etihad Stadium match na. All right. And by extension, the last 21 at Etihad only undefeated against club friend Newcastle. To omu timi omu ofie pa. And no enema pressure na be more on Arsenal on Saturday, which is tomorrow. Because even omu injury situation as I speak with you, Livramento out of the game. Fabian Shah out. And the player knows scheme things in their made for them. Bruno Guimaraes also out. Injury at the Nephilim. On the side of Manchester City, notable names from here out. Just Kovadio and Kovacic. There are players who are doubt for the game. They say Doku, other players get Mumama Mush, but they will play. And this serious thing, we are even more. It will give them. They will have minutes. They will play. It in Man City, the element to win the league back at the time of Muhiapa at a point na John Stones here out, na Netanaka here out, na Diaz here out, na Kuzunov pe and a center back with him. To mut me fa me for that no na ko partner no. But today as we speak, omo elements na backa. Ye ni Pep Guardiola when he's eye red to win a league. The intimacy and the game against Newcastle tomorrow. I'm sure you see goals. Erling Haaland as a goal in the last 2 games here, Phil Foden also a drought. Also starting your goals. All competitions put together. Was starting your goals at the Man City. And no, and the man here very dangerous for Arsenal.
Very dangerous. Was it pressure near?
Was it? This is where they want to be.
This is City shirt nana.
City shirt
no the pressure no. Akobo away or the Akobo away. Spurs on Sunday.
Spurs on Sunday. And that make us say even Arsenal so call Spurs no go by the logic of games or Mabo in recent times, you know. Arsenal so dominating game no pa. The last win for Tottenham Hotspur was in 2022. Who is winning for you? Just one draw against Arsenal from 2022. Basically, Arsenal winning games in irrespective of baby no. Say Tottenham home, say Arsenal home. And the Arsenal may take some kind of motivation from Sir records in on say though a big derby. Tottenham nankasa any year in the league. And Arsenal saw dominance over Sir games now on my boy in recent times, you know. The last win for Spurs coming as far back as 2022. But the pressure is when you don't have players who are serial winners and have not seen it. That's the team here. Gabriel Jesus. Yes, I think for now, on pay. Any a player who need what taste at the Premier League. Success. See at the Premier League, you know. Then Gabriel Jesus is Zinchenko, but he says Zinchenko is
on the of the scene.
Omopen a Koji or Manchester City.
Havertz in Suba Chelsea or the Champions League one league.
Tika Havertz NB, Trossard NB, Martinelli NB, Bukayo Saka NB, Oko Echirona, Gabriel Ene, Saliba no, Ben White, Wine Calofield, Omunyo NB, including goalkeeper Raya. It is a bedroom and no here element and character to win it now. A Honda Nama Arsenal in recent times from Thai Bottle League, you know. The composure, the consistency, the mindset now being to finish off the season to win the league as champions, you know. Edruwa one manager no Man City no or a serial winner of the Premier League. The players ni individually no every league say bikura 3, bikura 4. To omunim how to win it as far back as December. And what can I say? Or no Pep Guardiola and can say it will be an interesting season because they have been there before. That Arsenal lead by 8 points. No, see, they have been there before. Among who Obia lead you no move French Abaji League in from them. Arsenal you almost do twice. It is for me. Nyamea dominate na dust na settle near we na say man say Man City who Newcastle be 3B. I'm when swat you more. Arsenal will play under intense pressure. And Tottenham Hotspur no omo hu sa de ni bi da. Okay, Eden Hazard mo in the season na 2016 City Leicester Edge League no. Adia Chelsea yet Tottenham Hotspur say making sure say you we say game na clear say Leicester City Edge League no. Nyame aduma omo Newcastle omo Tottenham Hotspur no was our opportunity no to replicate Saudi na Chelsea dey omo landing neighbors. Who be another landing neighbor or no Spurs neighbor be Arsenal. Which adjuman we dey see na so. We friends nipa be wu kwade be form family. Who bet ma say ade na mana kwa kudi Manchester Krumo. But here mpesa atop no Manchester Krumo.
Seba emma the red side ebe for the blue side.
It yanka landing ho. Landing on so dey say himba landing club akopɛ na o kwan say so league no. Do you know the may Scandi be metro support at the club of Arsenal to win the league? But a daunting task. Say club of Arsenal, baby, more big no can say 2 teams in your destiny. Win all your games and you are champion. Arsenal na walk and Puma Kakrada who say, bet me afford you to draw one and still win the league.
and that's still yem shishi ma o mo adintia
oh the entire yem be hye won say de na make ye city ehunu we bi da efre cha abeje league no Arsenal lead pen ami abeje league na free so be duru ha yes ye duru amanfo so a ne akai ya no ti ba bia bedu no ya kai the Arsenal ye in recent times when league ni si omo na so no mo ntima wini ene ya kai city a onu so here league no pa no fru akiri aba abeje sesi amene o ka say un say Arsenal no ene city nyina they are in the race to win quadruple omo nyina no ombetuma ba ko betuma win 4 trophies amana yi and it is the first time in the history of the Premier League and the two clubs say in March they will still be in contention for 4 trophies because the EFL Cup final is in March
21st yes.
Between Omienu FA Cup date e wo honom because Arsenal qualify now no and the City are qualify e wo Newcastle now and so be go into March league nankasa so yakọ a 2-horse race between omo and a Champions League in si nchen e twa omo a eno no Arsenal fans should not be deceived form no eni ho biem enye se eko eni ho ultimate kofa and the league no ye share 8 matches ni nyina eni ho biem ye bedu knockout knockout no is where the boys will raise their head nti say yeah you can na use the PSG no PSG did not make direct qualification last season
yes
they had to go through playoff and no free chile by no best in the Champions League no nti City will be gunning for 4 trophies this season. Arsenal say call for 4 trophies. 2 teams no ebe say shia and I say on 3 occasions ba ku bet me deny no yonko because in the EFL Cup o me no ba ku be deny no yonko in the FA Cup so me ni timi ko shia ba ku ebet me deny no yonko in the Champions League no ba ku ebet me deny no yonko if o me ni nyina akọ no mu ko shia and in the league nankasa eno so ho it is ba ku decide say or form or taking it through obet matra ba ko so dinani saa on 4 occasions and say the away season no
say sa scenarios ni nyina ba mu a
that sa scenarios nyina ba ma Kofi you see ne yehu America president ono ankasa aya press conference eni braba Donald Trump eni braba nyina ne say nyame adoma work up di anim samaye and issues about visa acquisition abeba ehun sem bebre already na US now have problems with illegal immigrants omo omukrumo ti ehun deportation of some nationals into their countries ai bi mokura no eduru ba wi e bi bedi ha obitimi choose say oh mikrumo mempe ho mpese meko ba bi foforo sa issues na America e battle because eduru ba bi ukai the trade war between omo and China technology war sorry na saying so money Mexico ne Canada for no say ohwe the way Canadian industries no kate omo labor no the supply omo companies na ekofa issues bebre omo the tariffs be Google against Canada for so respond in a fashion mejiri say anye America for ni dent no ekofa say exchanges nyina buy and dey omo say even the visa acquisition na moko kata na muko higher card right
yes higher card
nti wo kwa nim say mukoduru ye na no wo ho kwan say oye bibi apeso oye bia no say USA you betimi ahwe ticket na no kwa nye enough say ndi o makadada the ticket alone is not enough say ukoduru embassy wa na e ma visa say uko US but this time so kwa ukoduru ho wi a immigration for the betimi say wo Kofi u be di 20 days e wo kromo awa ebedi 36 days Miss Candy omama me 6 months oh ku udi ni so ana o hwe ma o pay me ma 20 days na say enti omo na be che number of days abedi okromo but they are still pleading say omo best say we shouldn't overstay our visa e ho na asem no no
but say in the process to acquire visa how long I'll be stay or honor is already determined in the process. And so now could do who we are.
Yes.
Yes, I bet you.
Number of days I'll be do okrumonum.
But so, it should be captured in the way that
we game ticket in the crown in now. Yes, uncle, we are final ticket in Biakura. Next what okrum ha kwesi bebo final. but immigration rules no ukrumono will not permit you say ubenya number of days now person you know from hands and work akudru. Don't forget.
So what that means ni say meet me ahwa akudu e bia semi final.
On say even FIFA tickets no moton na. There's a package ultimate talk through to the final. And no FIFA cross create another platform. Say say Ghana ni. Na what to say obe final ni bia. The moment a Ghana be free mu. That is se Ghana free mu because World Cup e dey nyina say akwajiawa. Se Ghana Kofi Larbi. Yen nyina say akwaji World Cup na ba.
Okay.
It is here US. US is a dreamland for everybody. So we can dream as we are going there. It is here Kodru on this it me we need trophy now. Who stay on ma. But in the event that Yenam Kwaso kone free moi. Sa games yema semi final, quarter final, final game tickets anu atono. There's a platform a bit maturity at the no. Because that time will be so countries who qualify for final. If you be here ticket no. Only interested to watch it. So it's our engagement, but you see, baby, I want to say there's a bigger picture, Kofi. I was saying it. Not many labo this discussion I make a chance say. There are a lot of black immigrants in USA. Omuni the requisite documentation and more matana kurumo. E hona asem no one. Because you bo work up ni wi. Na omo enough cause to prove say titu ne black Africans to do a back room on. And no money na no a free ho. Cause more the more to kinda. Unya visa, yama visa. Near my be advanced 6 months and even 1 year ponadi could do krumwa. So returning back to your country no and sign a visa na expire. And then maybe you renew your visa. Unya opportunity you go again. It is a court work up new. Now US already a more battle illegal immigrants. And we say based on the movement of the economy. Nipa bibli aso okurum ese nkomo fi omonko ya. I'm sure with the president America one, a lot of black people will become targets. You become a target.
And they likely say
and they likely say they will start even picking them on the streets. Into work happy, me Kofi champion me Kobe. Me time so you know. That member Vivian Kafra member. It is a meme Kobe.
Nazawa ma in a way good news now man Kafra.
Member Kofi. Now it's an embattled for scenario na me. It's me time so me mai. Because of that, ama who Kofi Larbi. Yamba what tell you obey 2 years, 3 years. What do you all order that? Though or documentation you go through new, but you are finding your feet. Because me mama awama and our brand different Eugene Maradona Amandino. After every black becomes a target, it can be picked. Now, where you say, uni enough documentation to stay in US. So the bigger picture is that interestingly, I was here. They kono. Sani yenu mo mohono may have some disinterest in it. Because the more black Africans based in US, no, returning to a more country, no, a bit difficult for them. Just like now, me say uko a year after some knockout playoffs in your Africa, no, and Nigeria may say out, no, the cry on social media in Nigeria, not because of World Cup no man qualify, no. But you see, Obie Trabe $15,000. I'm a connection man where D and Gusefe, and people felt this was the right opportunity to get to US and the dream now when you saw pursue to Kwankon, the easiest route.
Omunso hey and so
omunso hey
omutie pa
omutie
do dey kwa yebeba
nti yebekọ ye konso ye overstay ye visa no
yebeba
you will come back yeba na ba apply for
yes
ni age
say any wo ma ti yebekọ aba
say you know the whole kind ni dey make to so I had to say broni na so go kuro bi so ma ntika koyira no na say obi nkobo dawro say wo hu broni odi machi wo say ni sika bag ma bi ayira ti wa fafa bra okay we are there say wa so de baba nso
say wa say no broni nti
onte it is a UFO ye beba omu bi visa no
is it the way I know ma translate you
no say nankasa twi nankasa no dominant
language no twi bi o ka kire me no
dominant language now e wo Africa no countries no most of it programs and courses are man for esua e wo US
okay
I know for a fact say China as a language a course in some university programs are US. And they say US for don't need intelligence from Ghana if they want to pick intelligence from Ghana. Omo nationals are omo ko school esu atwi na obet matena kuruma na obet matena internet so etie de ekoso ne de Ghana for kan wadwen was we chirem kama e de amom because who chemu ahia be distort fat in de amano ti asem ka che me nye ayi. Lastly on Chelsea
na fancy for
Chelsea for many age for ade na ekoso Chelsea no say Chelsea enya IFS which is
shirt sponsor
AI technological company. They say ono na be sponsor Chelsea abede animu. Chelsea ntokwa no Maresca mo de nyina no Kofi nyina ne skasem kan wo bi. The ope any the na direction club ne person moko na one of the problems. Any fa we bre me mpe we ne nyina yisikasem. Chelsea ade ba ko ama Maresca issues ni pejaye. Next ubet madwene sikasem say Chelsea one club. Kofi last season omo make more than £100 million profit at Manchester United. Because Chelsea played in the Champions League. They are playing the Champions League and they played in the Club World Cup. Sadly, no managers will not survive in the coming seasons because Chelsea have started accumulating points for the next Club World Cup for a 4-year period. Within the next 4 years, no one year consistent. FIFA interest say will be defend the trophy. No, there's no route of me could defend them a trophy. So the next 4 years a year, no, Chelsea need to accumulate points, and we are hearing say Chelsea bet money up to £63 million a season from the share deal or money. When they say Nike na share Chelsea no a deal no Nike na the end and chain. Yeah, they IFS no better anymore no. And no kwaso be Chelsea anymore no. £63 million a year. And a bit more kwama Chelsea for the next seasons a deal until 2028. And no kwano one close to one key signing for Chelsea every season. Go £63 million. I would mean a quality player be pa.
Yes.
Oh, marketing. It be a season be a Chelsea and one source or meet me that one player. And this is good for Chelsea.
Sure.
Anything about Chelsea which improves the league, you know, whether you're an outsider of Chelsea or not, you should be happy about it because when there is competition, it makes you better. Just that sometimes you don't want to see say Chelsea is the one getting better. Congratulations to Chelsea. Say, on what me I landed that deal. No.
Yeah, that's say I'm in Fikwa say
deal. Chelsea no football for that Ostia. Me Chelsea asembi one makava Chelsea one.
All right. Says Candy, thank you.
Me so mutia me hwema no ka say.
Yeah, that's it. Yanko anyway. Dimoza, yeah, yankomra na is Arsenal. Enkomono some coaches is cram mo pressure and the cabin can say was it pressure na ba no mo pe enti nya simbiasa no crab ma mo timi awie ni ye
okay
ana wo kan mo maboma budada no ho
there be abemu ye Scandi ahwe more about the English Premier League me pese me hwe La Liga matches a ebekoso weekend me sure say weekend attention no it be best switch it to La Liga. It has been Premier League, La Liga, Premier League, La Liga. But just this week, how are Madrid? It me about take you over on La Liga table. No, me sure say La Liga followers. No, we can need attention. Hopa. The big question is say Madrid. Ebe timi akwa kunya with the form on womb no. Ombetimi akwa kunya a win over Osasuna ewo Pamplona and I said Barcelona ebe bounce back from omo last game omo kolusu against Girona. Starting from Ochina game no former Madrid ewom no Kofi it is expected say omo ebe kwa kunya a win ewo Pamplona. Yes, ohwe Osasuna in recent times omo so aye very impressive in the La Liga, especially you read this year no now omo position on the La Liga table no around 15th position, but in the last matches of Mabo from the middle of January to February, you know, omo improve pa. And out of the last 5 games are Osasuna abono. Omo nya 11 points. Omo win 3 and omo lose on us omo draw 2. So it means in the last 5 games Osasuna are unbeaten. And because of that impressive run Nintino, omo move from 15th on the table La Liga no so e move to 10th position. A Chelsea omo form in recent times you know improve pa ye. But you look at Madrid and so form in La Liga. Of course, in the last 8 consecutive games, you know, Madrid winning. The last time a Madrid elusu game in La Liga was last year December. That 2-0 defeat to Celta Vigo, away, you know, and then the last defeat Madrid a record in La Liga. So what it means is that in the last 8 games, you know, Madrid winning. And because of that impressive form ninti and ama Barcelona elusu in the last game against Girona no Madrid ababe take over on the La Liga table. And in the last 4 games Madrid abono and so omo winning nyina. Even so share the 2 teams you know omo meetings any omo head to head unim said the last time Osasuna enya win over Madrid was in January 2011. Since 2011, Ena Osasuna enya a win over Madrid. So in all competitions, matches on Mabo from January 2011, you know, Madrid are unbeaten against Osasuna. And apart from that, Madrid we need the last 6 games Omone Osasuna abo in all competitions. And don't forget, say, Omobo Ochenewia, Omusawo a crucial game against Benfica in the Champions League.
But on the 14th of February 2025, it was a La Liga game. It was the same venue.
Okay.
Match day 1. And they 1-1.
Yes, almost draw. So it means in the last 7 games, you know, in all competition, Madrid
it was 24, match day 24 rather. Yeah.
So and no come in the last 7 games, you know, Madrid win 6. And Omabo draw against Osasuna. So I mean Madrid have a very good record against Osasuna in recent times. Now me count about the game now on the ball in the Champions League, you know, and also equally an important game. Edema Madrid. We say Omukuwini 1-0 away. But because of in the group stages, omu game omu boy against Benfica Nintino, me sure say sa game nenso ebe here Madrid pa.
And you see a Wednesday.
And you see a Wednesday, very good. So it is expected. So one shall Alvaro Arbeloa ebe timi ameki some rotations bi kakra e won the squad in him. But ebe the usual I mean Mbappe, Vinicius Junior Munyinano ebe jine with Thibaut Courtois imposed for Madrid. Cavaha, Mendy, Asensio Munyina ebe likely some best start game no for Madrid. Okon Finfi also the likes of Valverde, Chouameni, and then Adagula Munyinano will be in action for Madrid. So Sene Medi kan the last 5 games Osasuna are impressive, but Madrid ebe pese ochina omo ebenya a win so that ombe lead the La Liga table. Unza Barca ebe take you over no. Omama Madrid one actual omo kakra. So Madrid is so ebe pese now omo so ababenya the top spot no. At least also mutimi maintaining the momentum no. And this season La Liga Kofi ebe de pan ye. Madrid ebo omo die wie ochina. Barcelona so any Levante any bebo.
And say Madrid they nya 3 points.
Munya 3 points.
Ombe big gap ni dia ko 5.
Very good. No mo dia
train Barcelona.
No, very good.
Say Levante or Barcelona fie there.
Oh, a game muda ho pa. Yes, a game muda ho.
Pass an ocean 2 this season.
Yeah.
In that game.
But
we overcome no. Yeah.
And even
Barcelona are wounded.
And Levante so menim so wa the last 3 games of my boy yin no malu so nyina matches a mo boy the last 3 games o mo lusu to Athletic Bilbao 4-2 Valencia e she o mo 2-0 and in the last game Villarreal show mo 1-0 and Oshe La Liga table now Levante etoso 19th on the table a show how not good are Levante team no eye and in the first one so Barcelona ekoshe Levante 3-2 ewo omu home. Interestingly, in two teams in the meetings in the last La Liga games Levante traveled to Camp Nou no, in the last 16 games. Kofi Levante lose nyina. So Camp Nou a venue even Levante team no ekwa in the last 16 games you know omo lose nyina. So it is expected say after say Barcelona enya 2 consecutive defeats that trashing omunyaye in the Copa del Rey against Atletico Madrid no? And then in the last game you have Girona a punish omo in the Catalan derby 2-1 but for this game it was a Barcelona a bounce back and the good news for them and it's a Marcus Rashford yenim say in the last 2 games you know one message for Barcelona no with knee injury this time Obeka Barcelona squad no
omo kranzo so omo say pen so omo besa next season omo besa atena
yeah so it tells you say it has been good for them this season
Scandi Muna say e bo no di omo nte so 25 enti no ekwambia so omo fa 30 million
but was say Barcelona team afford it so
omo wa here mo
yes but with the performance or the amount this season no.
Oh yes, in the La Liga no, at least or some 4 goals.
Yes, or numbers kakra.
Champions League needs to be 5 with from 4 assists near there.
So the coming back no will be good for Barcelona and then don't forget say Pedri so also I out since last month but the good news and say also I available for Hansi Flick. So we can make sure say attention no ebe call La Liga mu kakra as to how yebebo ochinani Sunday we whether say Madrid ebetimi maintaining that top spot no and now say bia Barcelona ebetimi aba be take over no and also am La Liga no Kofi aye interesting pa this season
but me tiwa na say it's clear say between the 2 fixtures no Madrid dey na din kakra because away to Osasuna
or Pamplona because of Osasuna last 5 games you know how am I impressive
and with the Champions League
playoff no and also on my tension ever was that game no. So what I say until no Madrid game no ebe ye den kakra e dey Barcelona I mean trust Madrid say so almost be person be enjoy the top sport kakra so I'm expecting a win for both Madrid and Barcelona weekend
all right Liga. Medasi Kramo thank you yentwaso. All right, abono nko apa ho sima enwotwe nisa ye toa so ye betwa ho aba na before see ye betwa ho aba no okay all right before see ye betwa ho aba no mami nyewi na ye wia na chese last team so de akoma bites enkomo aba ha na ye de atoa so from there Nemo amount for messages plenty of them ma wala si mami been free omra so na fe yentie won komo no na yenko yanim from there we say tell Michael Carrick to sign Baleba okay so Scandi wa hanti obeto nkra ne dia Michael Carrick na we say watching the show live from Akokeri is Romeo Lavia back yes and why you training until Romeo has started training for Chelsea. Okay, watching the show live at Atonsu Old Town. Believe or not, Liverpool will win this year's Champions League. Gabriel, no story. A message near. My evening is never complete without Otec Sports. Theophilus and Eduaba. Okay, Theophilus Yadasi. More update about Kotoko in Manchester City. Mark Jemfi and Ebisawe. All right, Kotoko Nsemo Honti about Betty. And this one, good evening. Watching the show live inside Buaka. You guys are doing a great job. Wishing Kumasi Asante Kotoko all the best ahead of the game against the Young Apostles on Sunday. More fire. Okay. Also say, what a great show. And this one, or say I am watching the sports show live from Denyame. I am land guarding a building there. More fire Odowala. All right. Simon Boatindieni. Godfred say more fire. Watching you live from Dubai. You guys are doing a great job. All right, that's it. Odowala, great job. Firing from all angles. Good evening to you all. Okay. Dennis say good evening. I am watching the show inside New Edubiasi. More update about Manchester City. Otec Sports to the world. Otec is the old ladies of all stations in Ghana. Dennis Yadasi. Phobia all the way. I jingle way for a dumpampa so also a phone repairer and utie numeri. I jingle Yadasi. Say utie. Good evening. I am watching you inside Bantama. More update about Barcelona. Hali Dudini. All right. Kofi Adman Blackman say good evening. Watching the program inside Pig Farm Accra. Kofi Adasi. Good evening, Mr. Larbi. Hashtag Otec Sports is loud and clear inside the Sofia. Tomorrow, if God permits, I wish my darling club Real Madrid good luck ahead of the Osasuna game. We need to win this game to extend the lead on the league table. Hashtag Hala Madrid. Hashtag Otec Sports. More fire. Well, that's the aqua beam.
Yeah, Kofi Majo Sopa.
Young Quay.
Okay. And then you may what the TNS Oticam, Ote. One kasa pragiem wote o private cam anasa wote moto so na Kofi wona mfom so na Kofi na wote enkan na anwumre ya Blackie 1984 Enterprise ene yemo adwupiem e de aba the pride of Ashanti so de tie ne se ye ba bedi nkomo kakra bi ni nyina ne se ena anwumre no on se programs bebre wo ho wa bra ye wrem Friday say no na eduru weekend say ya ye tenase agi ani omo a sabi omo kwa yare sabi akwa koyi omamu e de abetum pamu so koye omo de ni nyina mu no eye ni je ni areho ni nyina ka bomu a eye de ya yi apaye kakra enti ena anwumre sa wo timi nka na wo de modihye bi na mo kwa koyi no e de na ba betum pamu a momfa ba bi a sport bi wo ara se drinking bar bi e wo no munwam wo ho obi tunton de tie ne se ensa e wo table so na wo de wo ho a monkɔ ne nkyɛn monka nkyɛn ne se mo pe akoma bites ene akoma atadwele koni bi na mapebi na mabobo we efri Blackie 1984 Enterprise ya soye ene de aba ensa we yensa onuma enyiwanum ensa we yensa onuma ema hangover ensa we eye ensa onuma ema new energy ema wutimi de ye adwuma bi a opesa wo de ye enti wo pensa pa a onuma entro ensa onuma ebemu onuma toso no watimi ye didi ensa onuma entwa wo foto ensa onuma ade nchen na ho dendenden a akoma bites eni nua akoma atadwele ko ene na anwumre no me kanfo dia ma se pebi nenunum na onunum ebeboa ama ne ma nyina etimi akoyedie wo mu no ene se akoma bites no yede obo ade nua na bena ni hini ena yede akɔhɔ kakra bi ede asom ene yede atwe saa eniema yi enua ni hini na haban ene na bena no ya twe mu nsuo no ahoɔden ni die frim ana aba de tie ne se akɔhɔ no mu sɛ de enkane tete ne nananom ehye bites na fe ɔmo ba bedidi a wabuku kakra nanum dedede na fe wode adidi no sɛ ne yentimi nhye bites biem enti sɛ wo timi nkan na anwumre ya ɛyɛ Blackie ene akɔfa ne pawi ede aba nunum bi ebeboa ama ne ma nyina timi akoyi akoma atadwe lekono ɛno nso atadwe ene de tie ne se akekaduru ena afi enua aka ne yakeka bom ene ye de aye enti wonum a eboa ni padua no ema unya ahoɔden pa ma bibia nso timi koyi menhyase ye emfamfiri akoma bi tese no ho akoma bi tese no mahogany dua ebi wom de tie ne se akomowre ebi wom esoro wisa ebi wom efom wisa pepre hwentia ena afi enua a obo ade na nkasa na aba se koni padua no mu a etuantini eboa mankasa ye den ema chesetimi ye adwuma bia no eno ene ye twitwa ne yahye ene yatwe emu ahoɔden ni nyina ese nipa onum bia ebeboa ni padua no ama bibia timi akoyi hye ne nso se pepre hwentia ene de tie ne se soro wisa ene fom wisa no ahoɔden pa wo mu a even sa wo ye aduane na wodi biba mu a eboa wo ema ni padua ni nya ahoɔden foforo na ne ma nyina timi akoyi we ni nyina no ene yakeka bom ene ade aye akoma bi tese no onum a wo woyam eta etimu a wo se wo de wontimi mma wo hu ye wakwa akotena agyanan so wobɛtena so a kyema ebi kura mpo bitimi kyema ma ne yam kura ye ne ya da bi sɛ wopɛ akoma bi tɛse ne bi twa bi ɛna anwumire ɛnuru kyena nɔpa no wankasa wobɛfrɛ na wada yase no amayamo ɛsɛ ɛyɛ ade papa ɛnsa badwa so ɛna ɛnsa wodoɔ nso wɔ adwama so a yɛtɔn na mmom akoma bi tɛs ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no ɛdɛmu soronko a wononom a ɛboa ɛma wo new level ɛboa ɛma wo new energy ɛma wo nipadua no timi mu sɛ yes wonom nsa nom a na mmom mmienu wei baeɛ no ɛyɛ ade foforɔ ɛne ɛde ama wo enti ɛna anwumire no ɛyɛ akoma bi tɛs ɛna mekamfo ɛde ama wo akoma atadwele kɔ no ɛsiane sɛ ne din no wote a atadwe wom akekaduro ɛwom mahogany dua no ebi wom saa nso ɛna dua no asɛbi yɛfrɛ ne krama kɔte ne bi wom akɔmmɔwerɛ ɛwom enti bɛrima a wodeɛ ɛma yɛ gyew sika di a gyegyegyegye waa sɛ wɔn sɛ wakeka wɔn mu wɔn sɛ hwii ne kotrɛ yɛm no wada ama bɔmmɔden ne pɛ akoma atadwele kɔ no two tot ne fa akoma bitters ne two fa wɔn no ma ne nyɛ four ɛnkɔden no wobɛpia wɔ so ama bibi atimi akɔyi na afei no ɔbaa no hu sɛ yes obɛdi sika bɔne nso obɛda gyi ɛnsa wei ɛyɛ ɛnsan kɔ nipadua no mu a ɛntina ɛwuo ɛnyane no ɛsiane sɛ akekaduro no wokyɛke deɛ teɛ ne sɛ ɛhoɔdenneɛ a ɛwɔ mu no a ɛnyane ntini ɛma ɛntini a ɛmu asisie ɛmu biebie ɛma ɛmu gya tumi di afurusane kama ɛwɔ mu ɛkɔba ne saa no a bɛrima no ɛmu yɛ den mu yɛ du ɛma wotumi de yɛ adwuma enti ɛna anwumere no ɛno ɛyɛ akoma atadwele kɔ ɛmaa no a momensese no ɛma yie no mumusa sɛ akekaduro ɛyɛ dai de ma nipadua no ononom akoma atadwele kɔ no ebia ɛbɛboa na afei akekaduro ɛne atadwe no ɛwɔ mu no aboa ma mo ovaries no ɛtumi ayɛ adwuma yie na afei no mo kosua no ɛtumi ato yie na afei skin no mɛsɛ ɔba wɔ anim onyam ɛyɛ skin no ɔbɔ mmɔden na afei wɔnonom bi ɛsiane sɛ ɛbɛma skin no atɔ so ɛnsa wei ɛntwa wo foto mfa ntaa da ho ɛnsa wei ɛbɛmu w'anum ato ama watumi adidi w'anum no ɛte ama watumi adidi no na bibi atumi akɔyi ɛnsa wei yɛ nsa a ɔbaa mɛsɛ wota gyina gya ho a nonum bi ɛbɛboa no afei purify blood no ama nneɛma no nyinaa atumi akɔyi kama saa nso ne mmaa no a modeɛ mu wɔ hɔ nom a mo sɛ matenka ate kɔ no ononom akoma atadwele kɔ no a akekaduro ɛne atadwe no ɛwom ɛna afei deɛ teɛ ne sɛ mahogany dua ɛne akɔmmɔwerɛ no nufutene no nyinaa no ɛbɛboa no afei no akanya yakɔnɔ no ama bibia no ɛtumi atrega ntɛm ama bibia atumi akɔyɛhyɛ no nso sɛ baabi ɛtontɔn sɛ biaa wopie mu a wobɛnya akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi na wɔn nso watɔ na afei watumi anonom na mmom hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ Blackie 1984 ɛne ɛde akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no ɛde aba ɛnyɛ ma ɔmo a ɔmo nya mfie du nwɔtwe ɛkɔ n'anim sɛ wanya mfie do nson ɛne bosom num kura wada ama twɛn n'enya 18 no unduru hɔ nom no na still akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no egyina ne nan so wobɛtumi anom na mmom seesei no mo a motɔn nsa ɛwɔ pubs awodoɔ ɛwɔ deɛ teɛ ne sɛ drinking spot awodoɔ ɛwɔ VC10 awodoɔ ɛne table so no sɛ obi ba na wɔ sɛ ɔpɛ akoma bi test ne bi ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ ne bi na ohwɛ n'anim onya mfie du nwɔtwe a pam no ma ne nkɔ ɛsiane sɛ yɛn no yɛde FDA nhyehyɛeɛ ɛne Ghana mmara ɛna de yɛ adwuma wei ɛyɛ nsa a mpanimfoɔ nsa yɛn no mbienu na ɛkenya nipadua no ama yɛtumi ayɛ adwuma enti sɛdeɛ maka no owuram baabi ɛtontɔn nsa bia no a wɔn nsa bɛka akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ ne bi na afei wɔn nso watumi abobɔ ama bibia nso watumi akɔyi ɔpɛ dodoɔ to a owuram ɛwɔ Amo Enterprise saa nso ɛna deɛ teɛ ne sɛ Nana Jima Enterprise Rosanna Enterprise wobɛnya bi owuram ɛwɔ Kewa ɔn sɛ hɔ deɛ nsa adwosuo ne hɔ kɔ wodeɛ wo sɛ ɔpa akoma ne bi sɛ nipa ne so wɔ ne bi a fa namba wei ma na ne ka kyɛ ne sɛ nsa aba yɛtɔ na afei yɛn nso yɛba bɛtu akɔtɔn no ɛyɛ 0249 671 984 0249 671 984 anaasɛ 0245 105 476 0245 105 476 yɛne nso ɛsɛ ɛnsa wei ɛnyɛ ma ɛma a omoma enkwada nufuo enti ya no ahye no nso ese eno nso eno ebetimi aye adwuma enti ya no nom akoma bites ene akoma atadwele koni bi ye nan ne yensa ye titiriti ya poso a ne nyina entimi nkoye no ebeboa ama ne nyina no etimi akoso kama nti ene we can say no ye bono 4-3 emema no akoma bites 2 tot akoma atadwele ko 2 tot 4 ne de akwa agugu ye nuru fie no na ahoden na ba na afide etie ne se ema no utwa akoma atadwele ko no 2 now de akoma bites no 1 tot e de asom 3 into 4-3 formation no yemfamfa na bibia nso ntimi nkuyi ebeboa ama adwumaden bia no yetimi atenete Blackie ena anwumere yedamase
alright walasti yenso yeda asepa eni nsempa odi afri Blackie fo aso yaba yetwaso na yebeye we aba sesie yeba yewo more stories e ofie Black Starlets, Black Queens nkomo and of course match day 23 of the Ghana Premier League 2025-2026 season baso echina any Sunday coach Snippy Yakasa ahead of the games ni nyina na ho nkomo wa ha ni nkomo pi wo fie nti yeye we abasisia na yabetoa so wo fie
ensana nubinasha no manabo ensa ben no amuzu bitters wose amuzu bitters koye
mema ahwefo ni etiefo nyina kwa baba amuzu beverages enterprise na yedinse bia befe no amuzu bitters aka atopa 5000 bitters we yen san edi nubna krojen how bie ni echiri yedi ahye na etiefo a omoteba me hodie duduo na beji amuzu co herbs ekoshe omade no no omade ibisu beji amuzu manpower herbs na ma konoa anaso na akoshe omunsa enne bakasa inuro mienu nyina bom atuni din amuzu bitters de koko hano so otwa na ekwani de ose ni be masem ahoodin wo fom se otwa 2 tot 3 tot na ahoodin no epeja no enam damrama eni ododua ayedi aka amuzu bitters winti oba bi ose oni atenka be me bi a ose oni akono na yire onya atwa bia sa atenka anasa akono no ebeni enam se de pepre eni hwintia edi afrenti abre insano ne pampana no ase ma utwa bia enyi wanum enti se ukọdwabo bia ase na opese oni so ebo ni so kakra amuzu bitters why ebo ni so banyi wanum amuzu bitters tot baako atopa bebre amuzu bitters obi a otiemia osi doctor ade chesme kuniko dua so a biye mutim anase constipation ewo me so onya amuzu bitters twa oye be sane kama obi ti gbo akohoma na so 7 favorite food a na ne kondo ni no matro otimi nidi onya amuzu bitters twa akotwetwa appetite na aba medre na wutimi ni no obedi akabone kama amuzu bitters eyensa ehwemu yie pa enam se innua na ye de afrema hoodinti onomu a tipa bia ni akire se metwa amuzu bitters che menye hangover bibia se ni ho se manom amuzu bitters ma ade achi hunam ye me ya dabi innua na ye de ahyen sane nnua emma nipa hoodene ma insechi how setipaye uhubi insabrechi how se memuai ha menye hangover no mi hubi gweya insa minya meka kudro so a menu akukudro so a menu mu how bia ni achiri de otie mi a onu bitters bia mu a no da no se na twa amuzu bitters na yede beba oba bi otie mi a owo menstrual pains obuni se obre pa no onom amuzu bitters mesebu so meso a be kwa fichire kama insan ya meka ho asem ehunya dene ne buo so nya dene se dodo pa na opetu dia no aba santase apampatia na wa frɛ na my 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 amuzu bitters ekoye
apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture
Hey, unia, Pavi, and the Plaxmox mixture no malaria dronana. Ane, say nam sa. Ubeje di sa menim wife nyina ye tested positive. Aye no mbie no. Say a ku malaria money nyina. Am ye nyina ye negative. Ade ho. Won ma wo ye Hyperplus mixture no. And wodi we nsu aba. Sentia. E wo say wo immune system e strong de bia. Enti Pavi
e support immune system no.
Na Plasmox no so e tu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. Et say etipaye, afiafie, wonu ato, ahomre no musa. Acha kura 4 days. Na Pavi and the Plasmox mixer. One no e tu malaria na se kura. Anya sa dia ko hu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Drone pa. Pavi Plasmox and Hyperplus nyina. Apemfo abato mo manufo. Enu kwada woni mfie du mienu kan. Our pharmacies na herbal shop.
FDA aje edwede nkra to yatum.
Hey, Opani. Mashusha wache. Se perfect series books here. Oma me koto obi ma me ma no. O wajajai. Aboa wa mo se what to make kan kama. Wa kabrofo. Na nkontabu akra de ejajai.
Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de animdifuo ene kire wa nwoma bia. Owo crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And owo science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing. OWAP ni nyina. Every basic 1 equals basic 6. English every basic 1 equals junior high school. Ne ba ne combine so a owo ni nyina bi. English nom and maths nom. Me say books bia ni ho perfect series any bi. Na GS any naka enso am approval into obata bia nkoto bi maneba.
And na say we there so ko be kura betumi akotu akoton amani students o.
Na eno kura de what table no so say hwi wo mo say set mock exams, terminal exams and midterm exams at the mass school so a ehia wo mo a etufo nko aputu oja station ho a enkran dance mine first stop any omamu ba bia ye tonton books bia for 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465. Perfect series.
Your world's future is secured.
Ago NPP adishima mamincho kwanya obefa so a obetua woto na boa ma manyuko na gina ne naso e wo sikasemu ye wonyi mu nan meche 4 categories: bronze, silver, gold and platinum. Busumi bia bronze members ebetua 2 Ghana cedis, silver members 5 Ghana cedis, gold members 8 Ghana cedis and platinum members 10 Ghana cedis. E bia won faso dia etechi meche benefits nani piano so simple but star 920 star 270 hash ay star 920 star 270 hash net dem eye contembrantem emuda ho fine esanso ye convenient NPP shi rado
Akuma bitters. Wachimakoma. Akuma bitters. Nie.
Kitima Heba Center. Yana yakofa pada wanwaso bi aba esa yalewa ebiti se chlamydia, syphilis, oba won ya wona ba wi ase pacho na se be bonka be ma bi won so a me pacho wono ya wono ba wi ase no ne be ma ye ketua bi obi so ho a ne de low sperm count obi won ne be ma no so bukura akojoto wo hania stroke, hepatitis B, cancer, stomach ulcer, obi de kidney, obi de ye nakuma me pacho obi so ho no ne chiri kase ye ne ya obi wo ho no mo pa wo yale bi se fibroid esi no kwai yare bia me fin se wante se mabodin bia no me pa chawo ni nyina ye Kitima Heba Center oba e betima sama Kitima Heba Center ye adwuma eda adwada akopem memen so hwehwe ye na obehu ye e wo Accra anase Kumase Abuya Kwase pass ofre ye number na 0246 91 47 17 Accra number no so ye 0541 23 89 42.
Namadi cats na se monum de menua dada noa anu de mu chamo kra and suffer for kra batao Jack boy enchiremu ankuna brensua company limited and a din suffer for kra batao ye freno dia kubites oh yes and say emu daoye ye dunumra ani ahan na aye na anuma it said the din hangover bienim eyema oba obunensa emaye bema ontimi nkosie nim bema ontimi nidi ani dia na poso ye ne ya and say wonuma
no hangover at the phone say ya. And your man koda when you fear do watch it. Oba wa fefro. I need your man in banu for. So whoop dia kubitesa. Ubenye biato. Drinking sports in the bar beer. And now pedu do tour. Shisha Ankunam Brace your company limited. Yichida kwine. Oh Kumasia inside. And answer winnie any komo 0597 578800 and 0244 606495. A gratoi FDF Wajia to say ye. Dia Kubi test. A movie
102.9 Otec Sports.
Setting the trends that others can only follow. Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Yadiaba Braki 1984 Enterprise at the Akuma Bites ne Akuma Atabi Ginger Lekono Abedjaso. Akuma Bites no yade 20 ni Shentia Pepre Nubna ene nutahini ahodo ena ayo. Enoa ena mrantie mabawa ene nipa binom ede bowanum anakrewa. Wonom so a emwanum etoso. Na enam odoma nkoma nuama ode ayo ninti. Esan wo mfaso bebre. Afei yesan wo Akuma Atabi Ginger Leko. Ano de kewo jejejejejejejejan eye power enam atadwe ene akekadro ninti se wotwa bia e ma wogina wona so peme di wakongosam ememam enti wedie nunum bi bubo bi na wo ho ensepew bitasi ubenya bi wo Ghana fana ba bia telephone 0249 671 984 Akuma bites ni Akuma Atadwe Ginger Leko ekwayo na edadin so
driver need ye so what sequence so bibia betumi asi eno nti na wo sawo ye motor insurance aye ntem ema wo hoto so na enya wo mo wani tutunka wo nsam ahohiahia mu say comprehensive motor insurance third party fire and theft and third party nkoa provident insurance ni wani daso every January kosi March sawo ye insurance wo ye ho ana o renewal ye chawfu coupons and branded souvenirs kama enhihye kakra wo ho provident insurance branch bia ana ye agency outlets obetu so call license broker bia ho wo penchiremu bia for 050-937-4928 ana call providentgh.com kaisa wo yankronko ebe here Ghana card ana dwumako so ebe here tin number sene e nice nhihye tie
with Provident man you're covered.
Hey kwajo jina oh mina ada ndi asem asobites na dawo ma me no challe eja wom ensane ye kama rough
masa wonim say ye dey the masters in the game enti enyansa pasa de a ye fa ni agrokra asobites ma bobby ni mo say yes ensa papa
kwajo asobites asem na okay menum a mitibi didi na medidi me yire kwa jimadi because menum a enyimanum ma no san manu a na so asobites de edamu sronko
asobites ye de nubna ne de aye onoma otimpa wo wonya obasabasa da enyimanum ema hoden bibia beko sei boko ebe so chan
na minya ba konfanya made animre
dabi kopebi neto kopebi to
na menya bi wanyi na ato
drinking sport bia ubenya asobites opentremu anawase obese otuton a tafoma 7 opposite adishie ye na fenso no am D sport ewe busu crew 0244 213185 and 0246 309115 asobites
wonuma unya hoden ekoye bibia so se try
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu bites.
Você?
Amuzu bites.
Amuzu bites. Ekoye.
102.9 Otec Sports.
Setting the trends that others can only follow. Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Indeed, we set the trends that others can only follow. Yes, I'm Wakwabaye to Edumedian, so Royal Sports is live on Otec 102.9, the pride of Ashanti. Abonon Krapa who is made biasa inum. Prema wash, essay, Brahmasye, na omuye perfect. Ebano laundry and cleaning services. Omuye dry cleaning. and on your home cleaning service to be to me mama bofia be pepa ho a cleaning ho kama o carpet ni so na ifia bro so awde kwa ombe horo carpet ni boko e dia maw laundry materials na mu tunton bi ohun hanti companies awdo obetimi any prime wash for abon komo sesia na ebanu office we CMP pa horo ho a omo na be ni bibia mana ye kama enti obi abewra office no na ho ehwam ho ye kama so bacha opo machira kwan ano an se odo ani achirem e wo Santasia pre number 0207971763 and 0540550230 pram wash funie e ban cleaning any laundry hunkwan totoye ni e hu dwumadi dia omo a na e wo se odi wani eto omo so omo se omo siu no ma no dry wie na opese omo mfamrewa omo a de bebrel and apese wan so beji anu abeji na odi boko into pram wash for enkomo eni the fearsome 3 eda so ho de mouse say ebema de bia wa ho den no ebegina so pampe e hepa plus pavi and a plasmos open capsules I wo ho and a mixture enso wo ho tunyare wa ho do ase hypertension ne diabetes ne typhoid da ATT wo no e hepa plus pavi and a plasmos any be yini in every amount ho infections etu ase obi o wane honam 32 ni pa oba ukompem na tinkani wa nom hepa plus pavi and a plasmos be man so a ho den wo fom no onom hepa plus pavi and a plasmos ni via Dr. Eben say e simple pekwadu ba kumienu bi tu akire obo se be ya adwuma no kama ho den ne beba enti the fearsome 3 there eye man pa emma chese bi mpafie kra eno an so akọ pharmacy shop bi ebe onu abisa herbal shop bi ebe obi adu ho a o se ope hepa plus pavi na plasmos ebene herbal consult ene diaba eye pa ope dodo afre 0542778572 and 0542807907 and 0591367898 the fearsome 3 ebeboa we anu akodigwa ewo abapa shopping mall eda so Ghana's biggest online shop a quality product nko an yeton ewo abapa shopping mall tifa phone sisi akọ app store ko play store type abapa shopping mall na download the app no to phone so the ohia internet baby a wo bia no anse akọ app no so no wa order dia a wo pe acha 24 hours no mo dia brew untu ahwe nso onyane baby age se abapa shopping mall open fridge open provisions ni ade open mattress nato open washing machine na TV phones any laptops nyina no obenya bi ewo abapa shopping mall website www.abapamall.com obetumi from 0593 386133 and 0593-391-848. O promo shop e Kumasia kota for my 3. Abapa mo eben sakasaka park no. Tono mapao ho na uhunto boko. Afi Hepa Plus live band ewo ho nchensi munyum papebi. Aha. Weekendi se oye here na se oye crusade wi. Oye wedding. Oye birthday party program bi a oye bia se open live banner. For numbers we see na book Hepa Plus for a Hepa Plus live band 0593-391-848 and 0593-386-133 omunim nyom to inti program no ebe kama pa Hepa Plus live band hun komono no afi extreme coatings enso so aso yendie eye boko ahade yenton painter eye a cake ana eye fake paint bi wa be paint u fi be wi na chese akwa bibie wo ho kala no kura wu hu ni ye enu na extreme coatings essay he say omo de ye correct if you take your bar unya di paint u fi no abonten ni inside ni bebia offices woni ade a ubun se na ho te yirem empepa emfedi enti misrewa ɛyɛ no wakɔ extreme coatings for aso ɛyɛ ɛyɛ original paint ne nyinaa free turkey original nko a ɛboɔ ne da fam ɛyɛ papa nti wo painti ɛkyɛ nti ɛma wo waste sika rough saa na ɛteɛ nti yɛ a no apɛ bi so afei wo pɛ sɛ wosua sɛdeɛ ɛyɛ painting a ɔmo a bɛtumi akyerɛw ɛkwan bɛfa so a bɛpainti ma kyɛ sɛ amanfoɔ bɛgye watom ne nyinaa ɛyɛ extreme coatings saa no adwuma wo pɛ sɛ wo fie no ɔmo anso ɛmɛ painti ma wɔn bɛyɛ na kyɛ sɛ ɔmo saa no adwuma no deɛ guma ahodoɔ graphiato wom apɛ prestige ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna ɔmo wɔ pearl ɛne white ɛna off white paint ne nyinaa wobɛnya bi ɛwɔ extreme coatings ɔmo aso ɛyɛ Atenga Junction ɔmo ɛne La Petite Chemist ɛne di nhwɛni mu for extreme coatings for sisi a number no yɛ 0200 922 202 0200 922 202 extreme coatings ɛho nkɔmɔ enie Diakubites nso wɔ ha Ankonam Brainsua Company Limited say nom Diakubites nefe diako empem udibe diako yare wan ketenkete udibe diako dini nyina so nkunim emma hangover enkaboni ma wanum bema emma wo ye solid ewo mpaso ankasa a che side effect bi ani ho ye di pepre ne akike duro mu mahogany na afra sone so aye Diakubites boko nti ye boawo e duro prekupe Ankonam Brainsua Company Limited na din se ya ba che se eye wonders e wo krom ha enye na ba bia mu bisabi papa ben bia no bisabi sport bi ben wa bisa se ope Diakubites unum wie ntoboto ne ntwene na akwanya wo ho a ubetim di Diakubites bottle no akọ FIFA World Cup a eba so e o USA amanfo ko AFCON Morocco ti wonso o chance enie num Diakubites keep bottle no rafo ni du wonu mu a o chance betimi ato amwakọ USA akọ the FIFA World Cup enti se o pensan ho nkomo ne dodo atu a fre number we sisi Ankonam Brainsua Company Limited 0244606495 and 0597578800 unimfie dunwatwe enko ho sanso ena oyo oba no wafa efura enko Diakubites eho Diakubites ena de be diako adinkunim afei yembo ensem no so ewofie yes na Black Queens of Ghana head coach Ura friend Kim Lass Biokeren obeka anansen ye name Black Stars new technical team members no na oka ho but o dwumadi kese da nanim eno ye the next Women's Cup of Nations a eba so ewo Morocco yes Morocco na next month ya na eba so next month ya March na chese dwumadi no shase o Morocco Black Queens ko akopre yebenya qualification to the next FIFA Women's World Cup ahead of the tournament yenya akwanya ko Pink Ladies Cup chese no nso so an ye dey fa so prepared yakọ the tournament proper e Morocco ena owura I friend Kim Lass and name ni 26 squad on we listed ma mabawa makumaku 26 Fendip Cynthia ewo mubi afi Ameyeku afi Rosebar Benedicta Simon Comfort Yeboa Josephine Bonsu Anastasia Echa Portia Boachi Alexandra Emefa T Suzanne Amadia Dynamo Ako Grace Santoa Jennifer Kujo Nancy Amo Wasima Mohammed Evelyn Bedu Chantel Boy Loka Helen Alomenu Princess Mafo Priscilla Dubia Alice Kusi Stella Nyame Sharon Samson Doris Buedua Ena Zakaria Jepina any Abigail Kim Kofi enti we any girls Ura Kim Las edi omudin abase omuna ekọ prepare na Pink Lady Cup yakogyinemadi akotene ne apese yemodi mo ni bedru at that level why de beko a man Afcon proper next month ewo Morocco. But don't forget say at the same time no coach I friend Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun ensu ne ekuta the Black Starlets of Ghana na ene omonso egusua prepare ahead of the under 17 Cup of Nations and also baso next month ewo Morocco honomwa na ahead of the tournament no coach gusu prepare and omabo 2 friendly games na edikan omubo against Port City and sana omusan ebebo against Koforidia Sempafi na in all the 2 games ni no the Black Starlets of Ghana the first game no winning 1-0 and omsan be share Sempafi 2-0 nti eno preparations are yen teams no so ahead of their competitions are baso next month under 17 Cup of Nations and CAF Women's Cup of Nations 2026 nti bompaya bobima Black Starlets and the Black Queens of Ghana. All right, echina nyamia dumwa Ghana Premier League match day 23 shasi we 2025-2026 season ebe start ewo ni J Kreku the second sports complex na Vision FC omo ebo against Bechem United. Yes, into omo bo ya adechia Sunday games aka ni nyina ebe baso Hatterfolk ebebo 3:30 against Brekum Chelsea ewo University of Ghana Stadium enra I think see abo ball referees no so ni adia. Heart of Lions ewo Kwando ebebo against Gold Stars on Sunday Kwando Stadium 3 p.m. Ediana Stars ewo Nanaje Mambedu Park ebe hosti Hoho United. Karela ewo Aliu Muhammad Stadium Tamale ebebo 11 Wonders Football Club and a Samatex ewo eye in Century Sports Arena and so betene fiabo against Mediema Sporting Club omne league table no. Holy Stars ewo Ampain the second Sports Arena Basek Holy Stars any Swedru All Blacks enable Young Apostles ewo Wenchi Sports Stadium ebe face Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the Nations ewo Dr. Kwame Sports Complex on Sunday ebebo against Dreams FC to where fixtures ewo echina any Sunday match day 23. Okay, Samatex ebebo Mediema ewo Century Sports Arena Christopher Enin head coach Emma Samatex Football Club Ninkoma wabo ahead of the game any.
I've played with them twice. This is the third time because we played the first league there, we scored, and then they equalized in the I think 93rd, 92nd minute, and then we went there the FA Cup also, and then we drew. So I think it's quite a tough game, but for here we have nothing than to get our 3 points. At least I have to maintain it, but not to lose at home. So it's going to be tough, but definitely at the end of the 90 minutes, I think we will carry the day. So as they have record at home, we've been there twice. We drew the one with penalties, so the same. We're all going to prepare for our home games. The boys are fine, have all the squad, full house, and even now it's quite a bit tough for me to pick the first 11 and then the 20-man squad. So I think it's quite good and it's going to be a good game on Sunday.
Christopher Enin, head coach, Samatex Football Club. Was he say selection you cry headache mano? Aha, nti bibia dida na kwem. Ebeye din kra no a a very good game for Samatex on Sunday. Mr. Ibrahim Tankunsune Lady Mediema Sporting Club. Almost 44 points. League leaders. Now, ahead of that game, that crucial game, a derby, Mr. Ibrahim Tankunsu Akasa.
We are ready, and like you said, they give us tough time here. We can equally give them tough time over there. I mean, Premier League is a very tough league, no matter where you play home and away. But I think my boys knew. Now we play 2 games with them we are going to play the third one, so we know each other. So definitely we are going to get a good result.
Sanso ena Ibrahim Tanko say Ojidi say me dear ma the way Asamatex ebe mo tough time wo ho omuso betimi akomo mo tough time is he crowd you be hu ne yonko tie den ya score line ye good for me dear ma ena ye behu. Okay, but on Sunday ewo University of Ghana Stadium Hatsafuk after beating Kotoko ewo Kumasi last week no omo kotenefi akobo against Berekum Chelsea almost struggle in the ongoing Ghana Premier League. Na Didi Dramani actually said the game ni city.
Aggressive, possessive, and another compact team. Yes, they can move the ball very well, and they are very courageous in terms of how they want to play. There's a clarity. You know, Boedu is somebody that I've also mentored many and continue to mentor. And so with the greatest respect to him and his team. And so for me, we have picked the lessons from the previous game, the learning parts, and then we acknowledge the challenges that we had in our team. And we also acknowledge our strengths. We're building on that. And that's what we saw us doing, you know, still working on.
And sana nubinasha no manabo. And some pain no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
Okay, enti Didi Dramani for you. Ultimately, and spirits ni were high ahead of the game. But Ora Emmanuel Nkrumah, on the assistant coach Emma Berekum Chelsea, on behalf of the head coach any Chelsea team no. On also some more to go ahead of the game no any
so far the preparation here towards the game no here also come you will almost say Kotoko for Kumasi so don't be surprise you so bit na fast surprise me
okay into omo kope bibi every akra de aba Berekum ye behwe sebe ko ni saa ne mom wanchi so behuru Sunday Kotoko the defeat every babayara eko wenchi against young apostles. Caretaker coach for Kumasi Asante Kotoko Mr. Prince ya Ousuzika Payintine.
We all know we are in difficult times, and those guys still, if you pay attention to their results last week, I think they lost. So I know they are going home to redeem themselves back. And we are also going out there to make sure we get those 3 points. So it's not going to be an easy test for us. But I think the boys are ready for it. So we try to go out there and then come out with the 3 points. I could see how we really bounced back quickly after the defeat against House of Hope. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I was just looking at them, their body language and the way they are performing and everything. I saw that, yes, they put it away. And they know that the one ahead of them is very, very important too. So that gives me the hopes that, yeah, these guys are really ready to do the job. And when they are ready, they deliver.
Mr. Prince Yausu. Caretaker coach for Kumasi Asante Kotoko or say enu maye ne de mo hu se mu maye kra so we players ne power training ni ade free Tuesday nyina ekona utum say has defeat no omo de atu ba bi kra dwen de wo manim ne ho enti enu maye enu ma bekuyi de ama Kotoko ewo wanchi. All right, say scandi wa hadimunza wa ye ba be hwe nsem num but enenso ensam ba ko a epiepia Mr. Kujofiano former Gaka boss ne nkoma wedi enche bia na oni yenua Eric Alagide Demokoji Great Olympics afi wa na yeti se omo de adwuma na to na enwanwa pa but mafiaso Kujofiano achirechirem de ntia ode adwuma ne to.
I went there with a clear vision as to what to do. Even though I had the experience behind me, I haven't worked in a purely traditional setup. One person calls the shots. You need this, you have to see that particular person. At times you cannot bring in what you know. You have to do what is there. You have to follow the status quo. And in doing that, we realize that we need not sacrifice the club. So when you realize that your best is not getting you the results, definitely you don't clinch in there. You hang on there and then the team is relegated. May God forbid, that's the last thing I want to happen to me. So when I realized that I wasn't getting the results and the way things were going, I just decided to. Because when I look at the game, the team we put together, the game against House of Hope, that Democracy Cup, some of us were convinced that, look, we could make it to Premiership with some little bit of effort. But when we started the league itself, we realized that Division 1 was something also new to some of us. We were seeing Division 1 from afar, but having gotten in there, you realize that it's not as easy as when you were outside, you might think.
Ain't Mr. Kujufiano over there? Operation Great Olympics back to the Premier League, you know. Also here na baby e kore koboni. No class environment bisa kra no. Onye ejuma oba bisa da. Tuze na ade na biswa ma no. All right. Na the his properties ese o mo de abe so yesi bia wo pefie bi na ato na se wo pasase bi na ato na de abro mo na omo ye hu adwuma yie. Enti ombedi wanim amwanya bi simple. Onso asi ufie o pese oton o asase bi o pese oton. Ni nyina o de kodan the his properties ombe ye hu tutu nyina e de amount. Afi o pese omo a empa asase ensi fie mawa. Ni nyina no ombe di hu dwuma o pedan ahan fa ni nyina kodan the his properties. Obetumi agi o madi se ombe ye ni boko ati se wagadre sembia emem. You can trust them. Enti eya no ape o machira kwan the his properties. Number no is 0249 840 110 and 0244 949401. The his properties no was reliable, trusted and professional. Upese utu boho ewa o site and ase ufia ni na ombe ne kama e the amount. All right. 3 minutes to 10. Mra no kwa na eko. Dimunza ibrawe ni mo na afi fisem no. Ye mubom kakra na ma manfo nsumbrem na ye ngodi weekend.
Metie mafioso kuju fianu voice no. And ye nyina enim kuju fianu as a football administrator or you're one of the most experienced Ghana. One of the most experienced. I mean, but Ghana football or more in terms of member say running club day to day administrative work, you know. Me sure say but dia unyi kujofianu dia nka at least being former management committee members for and as a member for some of the various national teams. You the transformation I'll call Ashanti good or Koye. I mean, our experience. And for him to say running a club with Division 1 ain't easy, no. Kofi, it tells you how your football system is. And even before our best step put on Eric in Yano, information about, I mean, how in quote or more suffer our Olympics. Someone said you describe Olympics team no. Say a one man show. And to be bia I will say nipa no ho na oko. Say they make out here say oko ji one city nipa ne so onni bia obey ne den. Meanwhile bia won so abai no. Say Division 1 Premier for no getting sponsorship no enough from how much more Division 1. And to sum up how football running ewo Ghana hano very very difficult, especially o Division 1. Ibi ameka say in the case of Kim Faze do weekend kra na Kofi, especially o be kwa we na okojiska ewo alaji hwa me de bi ameka say ebu okra na
aye diamond
like no ho ye me mobo de make an oti ase say bia wo hwe say o Division 1 wo tu kwan akọ ebi atakra de o tu kwan akotakwa na Division 1 na memfa say budget and expenses are would econo enough from obe konsu kuka obe yiro ho abobo na bia referee bi mistake and say referee bi akomian na eka wakobo nyina no Kofi na chese ashigu nti if I running football Ghana hano very very difficult kujo fianu Eric Alaji Dede with more background experience in running football and also administrative work ewe football mu Ghana hano na omoko Olympics and the earlier the better me say baby Olympics team ne da omo so struggle sa right from the start of the season. Even Oshe Olympics position currently on the league table, Kofi Omo Olympics enye safe. And as Ubia wajini di o Ghana football and I say warani clubs akese o Ghana football for him Ojidi say Openi baby ko anaso step down ebebuani image, and I think a very good decision. Say we Olympics omo position e was zone 3 table no so omo toso 11 with 22 points. 11 position with 22 points. And we said relegation line no 20 points. It's just 2 points above relegation.
And on next game no omni Atram Divisa,
a very strong side. Atram on so 4th with 31 points. It was zone 3. It has been very, very difficult for them. Kofi, Ghana Premier League weekend yi emube de ache last weekend no.
Oh how?
So last weekend any ball kotoko ne has. Okay, yes. A nice football, and I mean, you say in recent times, you know, you heard one of the best kotoko ne has games, and the victory of Hasselfolk and the defeat of Asante Kotoko no. Unse a shape league table no. Both for so the especially Mediema in their last game or more a ball draw, right?
Yes, against Eduana.
Against Eduana. Eduana so 1 point, you know. Abu omo ama omo pushi abasro no. Kofi a shepu ye Ghana Premier League in the pa ye. And weekend the entire makers a weekend yi emu ebeye de actually last weekend no. Some interesting fixtures bia like yebe with Tennessee ewo league ni. Ye were matches are for me nyinano crucial. One Samatex Mediema, obviously the top liner for this weekend. Oye ni free wa Young Apostles and Asante Kotoko, another crucial game. And Nations any dreams in so Kofi on share league table na emsa mema that league table no home from Monday
Nations no dreams were Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex there and Kenya Dom Nations.
Yes, especially Nations this season or more home, but it's why we league table now. Nations were 27, Dreams were 26. They say a former crano aye who chance ro unze so the more per league ageno Mediema 44, Gold Stars 39, Hearts 39, Eduana 37, Kotoko 35, Samatex 35. Udi besio into top 6 no by relegation ne de Kofi uyi 11 wonders are yenim se for no mo de ombe no from Hohoi 23, Young Apostles 26, Holy Stars 26, Brekum Chelsea 26, Dreams 26, Vision 27, Nations 27, Swedro All Blacks 27, Bechem 29. And from 9th position, Eba 17th position, Kofi, a honor relegation agent. And Ghana League, you know, say unya beye 8 or 9 clubs now so more battle for relegation. I mean the dynamics are here cause we league him. And nama mede Nations any dreams game no. E dey come matches are weekend e so critical. Samatex ne Mediema game no. Minya kwan we first round no league you know. Na that time so you call takwa any spark akobo nti koduro ehwe kakra mehwe Samatex o kind that last minute goal no.
Yeah.
Long range goal that day so to one crime she go no from center or ball shot na goalkeeper Felix Shea epie o kai go no oh boy yeah she and so what is Samatex so the we can be who monitor results from in century ni unim say currently Samatex and they create the longest unbeaten run home ewo ye league in him Or the last season, the end this season,
boy difficult.
Very difficult. So currently, Omuni cried the longest unbeaten run, 20 games in here. Samatex Lusu ye. Ewo home from last season. Now, and out of the 20 games, we need 13, and Oma draw 7. And Unim say a defeat for Mediama weekend yi. Ebema league, side. Don't forget, say just this evening, Coach Christopher Enning, ya named as the best coach for the month of January, and one of the best goalkeepers. Ewo ye league nima. I say, me name say hype and corner so and I say attention and corner so. Zachary Musa.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? A dream say before the start of the season, with Benjamin Asare, Kamara Mo, Go Stars
Felix
Kobe, Felix Cheimo. Na Yebeka say yabo say 22 matches.
Yes.
Na Zachary Musa and a beye goalkeeper okra most clean sheet. 13 clean sheets and one make it this season. And Osha 13 na in Samatex last 6 games, Omo keep 5 clean sheet. Not just say Omo last 6 games, 5 matches here in share no. Na ba kon kura share no was last weekend. Omo ne swedru penalty no. Penalty na Samatex consider last minute be and o consent beating him no. Very difficult.
And ahead of this game, Kofi Swabao. Kofi Agbesima
so recover.
Say or who's a Kotito or Honanka Semiyaba
and
he's fully fit.
Yama fixer no crab side din say Samatex media man show more eida.
No aboy there.
Omo show more.
Even the season now no more edge league in the cry was top 4 for Samatex.
Yes, omo show more aboy.
But takwa there before this season yana omukifa Samatex so.
Okay, so in the first season no
omo share Samatex for takwa 2-0.
2-0 very good. And omo ball draw 0-0 e won century.
Yes.
And then the following season no and also Mediama share Samatex 1-0 ewo takwa.
Yeah.
And Samatex share Mediama 1-0 ewo aboy. And then the third season no Mediama ne Samatex ball 0-0 and Samatex share Mediama 2-1. And then this season Mediama echo board Samatex ko board ronti the ama fix and besa ye den say and I be de and say Mediama enko share Samatex da ewa boy to make sure Sunday game na nkasa de
ebenya more time
and Mediama beko 2 away
yes
obo Samatex we are or say Koswedru.
But the good thing for Mediama is say Go Stars a turn to Nunzo Kobo against Heart of Lions. Sunday how only war a boy no
sure
na Go Stars e wo kwando. It is Hearts of Folk and a bebo e wo fie against Berekum Chelsea. Kotokonso ko wenchi enti wo Sunday ye be ba be nya more time
league na e de pop
Scandi right.
Kofi medase na Kim last obefa ye mani team no. Said the last time among who say your national team see if you one moment of progression kwa another. Cause we had the Nora Hotel by my and the Kim na. I'm not sure say Black Queens na Konechi. That is my view. It looks like I say that sujina progression and near one name where they go. And baby Abiduno, Kofi, it is very important. Since 2007, our Black Queens and they see Black World Cup, World Cup, Yenko Bium. And 2007, cried the end of the year, Kofi Asako, and Nisu. Your first game, Australia share 4-1. Your second game, and near here, Nimusi a bit my even Canada share 4. After 2 games, it was certain that you near conceded 8 goals as a 1. Our last game was nothing to matter. internet see a befi. It will be happy drew now. You get closer to having an opportunity to play in the World Cup again. I'm sure said this administration led by kids a huge achievement for them if Ghana can make another inroads my football near opportunity to play in the World Cup. The last World Cup Zambia a share and deny a qualification. No,
that was Olympic Games. Nora time,
Olympic Games and Barbara Banda LED Zambia emomu ye free mo ye ntimi ankobenu. So it will be very very key to this administration say you benya the opportunity to play in the World Cup, and this crop of players and so the Black Queens as well, and say after 2007 be the first Ghanaian side and our Black Queen side the Ghana e do the World Cup no say ye nya sa fitu ya e boy football no me kai say the first time ye to 2024 abani wie ye na resume adwuma and me kai say it is the first time ye nya Oba as vice president of Ghana in Sida. And over the years, who say vice presidents ni bibri dia mekai pie from Ali Muhammad time mobano. Ombompe a certain campaign be more relevant as vice presidents our Ghana. And NDC winning about 2024 no. It was the time ana ma football no titrune the junior ranks no from maidens to the queens no princesses no. Now I say yeah all-time low. And now me advertise the vice president say Jenana say enka on professor I'm very no time because very important. Say enka on taking as a campaign. Na on champion ma football. E Ghana ha. Titru any national teams no. Because a game no masculine bias. And a might decided on Bebo be a member game. And a might decided on Bebo. And Kofi dear Yana say, Emma tournamenta, who you coach, the only thing you think about is injury. But oh your mark coach now tournamenta. Oh you injury hono. Now say Johnny say oh key players ni be ensan kodru or monthly momentum at the time of being here. It's your mad no here pa. Say ube here will keep play be na se baby a wo bu ne nsa ana bibi ntino me say mu tie me amfanche me na enu tu ntimi nya no but eno kwa you say a man go through pain in those moments no because o person okoje ne man tiane sad so better say e man ko bobo state ne de omoka ana nation ne de omoka e be backdated to be 2 years 3 years even 5 years na say my demonstrate to street so ansa na attention aba ama e de sika amomo so baby abedru we de ora ketokriku na administration omun lazy very well with the government because we are about very close to going to the World Cup after 2007 na ye call World Cup na memuna to modapo edapo one na ye hwesenke betimi ayi bibi o the World Cup Canada and Australia SND and packing am I bedru fie no. And oh here the lineup and I said the call up now coach ahead of the games they do on friendly games now. I'll be very happy say every single idea be a bit me am successful no. I'm finding a way to provide it for them. And you tell make us senka vice president be fan as a campaign no one campaign and be me there. And I'm sure said this administration of NDC it be taking a lot of credit. Now we enroll ya no mo be gender ministers across Africa summit bi Accra. And at the meeting on the platform, President John Mahama was hailed for inclusion of women in his governance. Say ye to abamana as president no. Wo hwe emma echefon munya e wa mamonu mu a omugidi say esombo pa. You bet my biaka on but baby President John Mahama did no esombo. And imagine say you be Ghana making it to the World Cup. Because 2007 means that Mampani Kufo a time no ana 2007 yes Mampani Kufo time no and Ghana call walk up a yim beam in between what they presidents are between. And I'll be very happy that a BC was administration you both administrations, the football administration, you know, and the political administration, you know, say a man and your opportunities so more represent Ghana at the World Cup into really a best mammy. I say man or come faso kasagu memasum on finding a way to speak to the president to excite him about this project to get Ghana at the World Cup. Ewa ma division, and I'm sure say Ghana for you now bit me your mobile if it happens to say a buying any effort for an initiative any idea drew on them. It is a key to me a damakoma sopa.
All right,
and almost me many bejopa.
Thank you, sir.
The games in the hour
Sunday cry
Sunday bania betwa
everybody bishop search na vision ni Bichim United na de aka ni nyina Sunday enti everybody ni sa. All right, me da say Scandi ye rapia but birthdays kakra wa ha na before that one mamin kai say Provident Insurance Company Limited say drive protected and rewarded. Enti sisi ade obeya ni say obe renew and obeye motor insurance no Provident Insurance Company Limited. We are no fuel coupon and I say branded souvenirs. A promotional air kopim say March busumi beba na wiye. Nimum omuye comprehensive. Omuye third party fire and a theft and a third party only motor insurance. Na bibini na uko claim payments Provident Insurance Company Limited dieno. Stress free. 10 na payments bia wose unsaka bia no mayen fefefe so enti eya bomodin a so obekọ mo branches ahodu ni nyina na wakoye motor insurance no Provident Insurance Company Limited aso ye swami omo ben decoration afi airport nso omo ni DVL ni dinhwe animu insha so obehu Provident Insurance Company Limited Car Bank opsitoa Oboasen so omo stadium kwani so na patase Bradaman Sport ubehu omo DVL Kumasi hanso kwa ubehu Provident Insurance Company Limited ho omo Nkoko station na afia Santima Mponso cooperative wa Provident Insurance Company Limited numbers near 0200 234 806 and 0501 409 8087 and 0547 425-971. Corporate clients ni nyina no 10 number required so de beba and individuals so de ohia Ghana card na chese udem. Provident Insurance Company Limited was a man you are covered. Birthdays quick one we or say happy birthday to Juliana Asante Ana Juliana Asante or Asawasi Saint Teresa Church. Asawasi Saint Teresa's Church. We free Mami Victoria Aban, any uncle Richard Obimpoku. Richard Obimpoku, aka Ding. Odi abusiani nyina any Asawasi Saint Teresa's Church fu nyina se yemfa special birthday Mount Juliana Asante. We so say happy birthday to Abigail Azibene. Ene wa woda we pharmacist ewa Accra na we Iceman award Doma FM and you say yemfa akwanya we so na Abigail yan we show special birthday. Happy birthday to you. Abigail is on Facebook nyamin kan ho pa. And last one ewa ha or say happy birthday to my girlfriend Beautina Boachi Yadom awo asufre saman or say teacher ewo EI Roll International School Ebenezer and de sa special birthday we kwa money girlfriend Beautina Boachi. Happy birthday Beautina. Ebenezer say odo. All right. Says can you be your
yes one be ma menya na birthday we Eugene boa me manya menya ho asem we san say Eugene and Semenya Miami Eugene unsa me bana abrante bi di machi
ai
birthday into no to antontomo je na ho ni na I say birthday ni hia no papa and you hear this fine beautiful lady on the screen Patricia Otu Pat untin antontomo Eugene yo o say we ne dofo ne na ade nyina
nice
friend Patricia Otu oye IT information technology education ewo Amstead campus or the E-class or IT honum. You know, Pat, a very good evening for you. Why I say I wish her a very special birthday. The Patricia Otu or Amstead IT student level 100 Eugene Weiss as a man can say this is a very special day for you and he is celebrating with you. Happy birthday, Patricia.
Patricia, happy birthday to you. Eugene celebrate you in a wonderful way. Nyamenka ho pa. Ye balance ne so ne afa course kakra na afi. Ye tie mo adwenkyere na ye dia sorry so nti phone lines no activated now. Zikapa be check your connections ne na ye say evitimi afa manfo kakra 0505 22 4944 0505 224944 and your first line. Second one is 0505 225578 0505 225578 and 0505 224944 and two lines and minimum akuma bites e boosti we energy no e ma ye hu den wa kwani ase nyina so akoma bites yes na wa wanum ato a wontimi nidi wanum ato na ekoba ne se ontimi nidi a e ya bobo akoma bites bo kakra anopa na ode adidi kakra nwumre na ode adidi na chese ye koyanim be ma bia wa ye mre wo mpam bia ode eye akoma bites mamojani flow kobani ade entu koba biemu bi ho drinking spot biemu bisa kuma bites eni akuma atadwele ko ya ni kama Rosanna Enterprise wododo na uduwa benya bi na najima Enterprise enso bi ho ena amo Enterprise ya fra 0249 671984 and 0245 105476. Okay, lines nu da ho ma minti yemra. Hello, good evening.
Fine.
Yes, I'm better for us all free.
Abdul Malik, ya boa mansini and sincerely the canon.
Okay, Abdul Akwaba, yeti kwa muda ho.
Nibasi. Awa. One kind of Ghana Football Association. Moment na maybe say na say na mo to bi Ashanti good Mache and I must go on catacomb and come on and say the see we banding one more right yes you know Ashanti good na catano things on said am pay woman because match and more banding one then give you two woman go actually. Now, first, when I bought the motor, after what I'm talking about, Omako match 5 matches by. And so, woman from the boss. Now, Kumasi and take up on some yesterday. You can inform. I will say, Masiatan. Fast one. Say, little woman are coming. So no call you. Sabran you can once and come man. It's a proper thing between Ediaba. You look like a bone, you look like a better heart. And so you come by. Okay, let's select company for no more than a coach. One from Makoko. Maybe I'm not a cracker with you. That's it, I'm in town.
Okay. Yensu yedase pa. Yedase for wadwentre. And the same line 0505225578 and 0505224944 bit me a friend no watch wadwen. Next one waha. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I'm Pacha Bobo here.
Bacho nyame adom. Ye hu ye waha. Na nso e.
Nyame adom boko. Efrem was to Catholic Stadium.
Okay, all right. Bacho yenti we.
Bacho the Americans say nyame adom and say any young apostles here and say nyadi ankugo ba. Ebedi nkunyi. Na league no so encourage. You say any dream one league no encourage my ebetimi agi. Come on.
All right. Yeah, see Nyamin Council ho. Yemfa we waha. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Mpacho e first o kase free. Okay. E anu down ho kakra ne ahwe se wo line mu be da ho kama. Enti yenti why?
The party man now. And then the can not drive in this man. Can say but so one say Kotoko players quality. But no matter the crowd, Kotoko players who Ghana football. We are the goalkeeper. How many years? We are then to be over quality. And so quality in one part. And now you players who to the way. I'm not you not the crowd. Oh my God, it's a bit more quality. And that is not because the company for the half the show. Because who has the sorry? What's wrong with them have the show? We have a show. It's not hard to ask. Who back with the we can do movie now, but massive, so I think because the company for you didn't. They are not half me, and then how they do. I thought to move on there, master got from the album. Much way, what we know is.
Oh, Kafra. Em say wahoma no atiatum kakra Kafra. Maminti ubi wa ha se ne de no beboa ya. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Mpache first o kase free.
Your friend Ajawusu mi kase free bom so bo.
All right. Ajawusu akwaba yetiu.
Yo ya damaskene mafa mo ye boa na kakra mechanic Kotoko for Yampa has grown to it. Na has said Aquala only look at men and I can say, oh, Obona Manomono, nobody, they are them on the battle. Yabu has Yabona, yet they are set up with almost a week. The media, some saying the Anyam, the Akapra, they are not crying yet they have here. Na me stress omomo diana young apostles omonkoje amami nsano nle na league ni competitive na me pese mbuso Larbi boate Asante Group boni be no ma ya trekwa 5 matches back
na efe no pese o mu kire se o mu efili ye se o mbema amamfo safety aye secured wo ho na this aso twe ne ba
that is the Omanko.
Satam ni ti mu kra de na it was alleged say supporters ni bi ko attack FC Ashanti Gold for na nkasa coach say wanyi no ma biye
ready Govenor me that in Ghana in Tusa one more players no officials ni na to bro referee ni ade ya no musi na my case we see na the Muslim bande Ashanti Gold na do sa say it dey of what na kata no na kata atom no problem e ti omo show woni o ma hwe ya Ashanti man be so ya ka de na no ye no
abotre
emboa kwa magana football no kan kro no enya aduma me damase mo fanya nya aduma me fiabra na atwe no yere to wata.
All right, yeah, that's CP. Ma minfa we wa ha na mfa ntwato. Okay. Hello. Good evening, sir. Okay, but you yenti we. Okay, all right. Say on so line no terrible on Fanchenti. You better wrap up ewa. We say listening live from Espresso. Shout out to all Impact Life Insurance managers and agents. Okay, watching you live from Akukwa Amon Berikum Chelsea should prepare well because Accra Hearts of Folk will have no mercy for them on Sunday. Hi to my wife Dora. We ye co kerosene. Okay. I'm on for P so the omodia buy, but ye brasso. Yedibesia, Namaya Doma Sunday 9 to 12. Yebese, I know your total sports. Ain't sanity. Sigabasi we day. In your Bema Sonaba. When Yambas body. We Divine Key Believers Network International. Okay. Ayiko Heroes Awards. And the Special Appreciation Celebration 2026 in honor of Asunaba Kwabna Boaten Otec FM. Wow. Into Saturday 21st February. All right. All right. Into media na abusuya for makota sunabechi. I ask them there. All right. Asunaba, congratulations in advance. Ebrebe mo ebeba betawochi. All right. Enti sanity. But oti says scanding san enka. Oti demons and sonka. Of course, oti walastin so enka. Eugene Maradona. And a handle streaming no MI live on Facebook. Me unya bishare ye. Na say sikapa ebu abu ansem ni nyina no. Your friend me Kofi Larbi the Govenor. Mi sumo memory edema Mr. Osei Akoto Kanu. Say we are not in Inka Ugabrim so. Also muma cash. And then you remain some beso mano. It's Yamia Duma Ibishia.